This is a Danger Entertainment podcast. DangerEntertainment.net. Danger Entertainment Podcast Network.
Hello, Hobie listeners. September 22nd through the 24th, we will be at the Cincinnati Comic Expo at the Duke Energy Convention Center in Cincinnati, Ohio. You should be there. Not only will Scott Snyder and Greg Capullo be there, but also from the Red Wedding in Game of Thrones, David Bradley will be there. So bring a sword.
Walter Gray.
Ben Peter will be there from Face Off, and a hell of a nice guy too. And Jason Isaacs. Everybody loves Jason Isaacs.
Oh, yeah. If you're a Harry Potter fan, he was Lucius Malfoy. He was in the Peter Pan movie. I remember that. That was good.
Also, Dirk Manning from Nightmare World, the comic book. Wallace Shawn is going to be there.
Inconceivable.
Kurt Wood will be there from the Oh Yeah comics. Also, Scoot McMahon from Oh Yeah comics. Gotta love Oh Yeah comic. Jay Fosgett. He is Dev's friend, so we'll give him some slack, but everyone loves him. And many, many more. That's September 22nd through September 24th. You can go to the Cincinnati Comic Expo to get your tickets. And when you're there, look for Hobie. Please note the thoughts, opinions, jokes, and every other bad taste that the guest and the host of Hobie, aka the History of Bad Ideas, is of their own, is not associated with any companies they may work for, any firms they work with, any advertisers, or anybody else in general. Remember, it's just a joke.
It's about comic books and movies, growing up with Rokusuki. Superman before Zack Snyder ruined him. Michael Keaton was the best Batman, while Christian Bale was just deadpan. No one remembers the other ones. Princess Leia in bikinis and Transformer Lamborghinis. Please don't let Shia LaBeouf ever act again.
Please, God, no.
Remembering tales from the crypt, back when Michael Bay wrote good scripts.
He wrote
And all right
scripts.
here is no mystery, 'cause it's the history of bad.
It's bad.
It's the history of bad.
So bad.
It's the history of bad ideas. It's the history of bad.
It's bad.
It's the history of bad.
So bad.
It's the history of bad ideas.
Podcast.
Welcome to episode number 184 of the History of Bad Ideas. I'm Jason.
I'm Jeff.
Blake.
Hey, Blake, you're back.
I'm back.
How was your vacation?
Always too short,
Aw,
but it was nice, relaxing.
great. Did you take the girls with you?
Yep.
Ah, so
It
it
was
was what,
a-
family?
Extended family vacation. Went down there with all the in-laws and the extended in-laws.
You go to a lot of vacations with the in-laws.
Yeah, they're one of those close-knit families.
Ooh,
One of those close-knit large families.
yeah, that's
Yeah.
tough for me.
It is difficult sometimes, but yet at the same time quite rewarding.
But your girls are obviously at the age that you can sneak away with the wife and not have to worry about doing everything with the extended family. You can do your own stuff and not have to worry about, watching kids and that.
No, they're the age where they sneak away
Oh,
and leave me and the wife abandoned
lost.
at the Airbnb or the condo going, where are they? Where did they go?
What do we do now? We have nothing to talk about.
Okay. I guess we won't do.
Guess we won't do putt-putt this week.
Hey,
Hey, look, a seagull.
that's right. Hey, I guess we'll go special time.
With seagulls?
No, it's Sudoku.
Oh, okay. Good call.
It was great to have it was a blessing of both good and bad.
Mm-hmm.
Good in the fact that I had a break from podcasting.
Mm-hmm.
Bad in the fact that I had a break from podcasting. I mean, it was good not to have the podcasting responsibilities for a week where I had to show up here and do shit.
Yeah.
But on the other hand, it was nice not to.
It's very cathartic, isn't it?
Yeah. And then you kind of miss it. And then because I listened to your guys' wrestling episode last week,
How did you like that one?
it felt strange because people were there and not me.
But we picked a topic that we knew you didn't want to discuss.
No, I'm all for that. The wrestling thing, I think, was very entertaining and had its place and moment. I like how you included my top 5 for the wrestling.
You're welcome.
You know,
We got some compliments that from a couple of different people, actually, that Doug and I and Jim and even Jeff have way too much knowledge about wrestlers. RJ Holt said that, and we actually had about 3 or 4 other people talk to us on that, saying, you guys know way too much about this topic.
Oh, that's what I felt about you for many, many years.
About wrestling?
Yeah, you and Doug start talking. I'm like, God, now they're talking about people I never even knew existed. I'm like, Jason, you were 4 when that guy wrestled. How do
And I
you know
still
this?
remember it because I watch wrestling a lot. That's why Luke Cage is not finished yet.
when I was here's a funny little side note. I'll keep it short. I'm not going to get long with a story. Oh, too late.
Too late.
No, when I was in middle school, right, I actually wrestled for 2 seasons.
Like with steel chairs or like
No,
regular
real
Roman?
wrestling. Yeah, no,
Okay.
like wrestling.
Okay.
You know, with the unitard and all that kind of goofy ass shit.
Freestyle wrestling.
Freestyle wrestling. And my grandma, Edwards, found out I was wrestling. And she wanted to come to a practice. She was greatly disappointed.
Because she was used to...
She thought I was doing like stage wrestling. Because, you
Throw
know.
sand or salt in the person's eyes, your
No,
opponent's eyes.
well, yeah. You know, I mean, she thought when they said I was doing, wrestling, she thought it was like some kind of acting related thing because that's what I used to do when I was younger and all that kind of stuff. So when I was like, "Hey, Blake's doing wrestling," she, hey, you want to go to a practice? Want to go to a match or whatever? And she said, "Oh, I'll go to a practice," and she thought I was doing stage wrestling. But when she found out I was doing actually like real freestyle wrestling, she was greatly disappointed.
She stands up in the middle of the practice. You disappoint me, and walks off.
No, not that. Just
But
one of those indifferent things.
At
And
least
then-
she realized it was staged. I'm assuming. Well, like you said, she thought you were doing stage. She didn't.
Yeah, she thought I was doing
So
stage wrestling.
my dad would tell stories about his grandmother who
Yeah.
thought it was all real.
My grandmother did the
And
same
would
thing.
yell at the television and all that. He's like, we were like the first family on the block that had a TV, and my grandma would watch wrestling all the time.
Yeah.
And she'd be screaming at the TV. And
I think a lot, though, back in that day, though, in the 1940s, 1940s, 1950s, it was on TV. You kind of thought it was real because it wasn't as much as pomp and circumstance as it is now. I mean, you still had Gorgeous George and all those guys, but it was
Yeah.
more given as it was more of a catch can is that what it's called? Wrestling.
Yeah.
You did have more moves, like they held a headlock for 35 minutes. Ooh, that was exciting.
Yeah.
Let me tell you, don't go back and watch it. It's rough.
Yeah.
But I've seen a lot of those.
what about an
matches.
arm bar?
There was a lot of arm bars. But I mean, the guy jumping off the second rope was their finisher. Like, oh my God, he got air. Oh, it was about 3 feet.
Or even
That was
the
still a better finisher than Hulk Hogan had.
Good call.
or what was it? Even that old lady, was it the marvelous Martula or whatever her name was? The
Moolah?
Tatula,
Fabulous
the
Moolah?
Oh, Fabulous Moolah.
How dare
Yeah.
you, sir?
Yeah,
How dare
I think my grandma thought I was doing Fabulous Moolah moves.
Oh.
But unfortunately, that's not what
That
it
more
was.
high school,
What it-
huh?
Yeah.
Yeah, in the back seat of a
No.
Volvo.
Volvo. Try Monte Carlo.
Oh, LTD.
Oh, you had space. Oh.
You have an LTD that was like a queen size bed
Let
back
me-
there.
I
Not
could,
like the back of a Volkswagen.
I could tell you plenty of stories about my first car that I got when I was 16. In 1977 Monte Carlo, that was a salvage title car because my aunt, whose friends were alcoholics,
Allegedly.
sideswiped the car. And the entire driver's side, we're talking about 1977 Monte Carlo. This thing's like a boat. You know, it's like a yacht of cars back in the day. And it had nothing like a 2-foot wide scrape and bend from the very front fender wheel down the fender, down the driver's side door, down the quarter panel, down the bumper. And when you're 16, back in 1986 or whatever, I mean, you had that freedom. I mean, that was golden, man.
So you had a racing stripe on the
It
side.
was golden, yeah. And a sunroof. I mean, I was the
Was it a
shiz
real
nizzle.
sunroof, or-
Yeah, I was a shiz nizzle. I was the first of my friends to turn 16 and get a license. And my aunt's, God rest her soul, friends who had totaled the car and kept the salvage title. I was like, do you know anybody who wants this? She said, my nephew Blake just turned 16. So I got it for free.
Did you
Best type of car there is.
Exactly.
Did you tint the windows by spray painting them black?
No.
One of my friends did that I used to work with.
Spray painted.
Spray painted them black.
From the inside or the outside?
Outside.
It pains me to call you friend knowing that.
I didn't do it.
Yeah, but you said one of your friends.
I don't talk to them anymore. But
I'm like, I'm in that same category, you know.
Just so you know, I could fit like 10 people in that car illegally back in the day and hit railroad tracks and go airborne.
Everybody got seatbelts? No, we got rope.
No, we're like,
You're
woo!
fine.
I mean, it was like an after practice, ritual. Everybody pile in Blake's car. I'll take you down Hametown Road. And we hit the train tracks at full speed, which would be like 80, 90 miles an hour, go Duke boys into the air. And everybody's like, ah! Of course, you got like hands, feet hanging out the windows because I got like 10 people in the car with me. And then I was joking about it one day with my dad, and my dad's looking at me, and I could see his wheels turning in his head. And he's like, is that why we had to replace the entire rear muffler and rear muffler and catalytic converter system underneath the car? And I kind of looked at him like, probably.
You know that whole description that you just said about you going down the street?
Yeah.
That's like a country song you just wrote. I think you just became a writer. Good job.
I could put
You know,
it in.
Ape Hands Doug, one of
Yeah.
his first cars, I forget what exactly, I think it was a Nova.
Yeah.
And you know how most people have moon roofs in their cars now?
Mm-hmm.
He had a floor roof. You could see the cement as you're driving.
I think that would be called a moon floor, not
Moon
a floor roof.
Whatever.
A fraternity brother of mine had that in his van, except we would drink and then piss beer out of the hole as we're going down the highway.
Well, that would work with him because it was under the gas pedal. So it was like a big hole right there.
So he had the Fred Flintstone
He
floor
did,
van.
and then they put floor mats on top of it. That doesn't help it.
Yeah, but it helped my fraternity brother George drive people places because we were like, road trip in George's van. And you could drink in the back. And then if you had to take a piss, because we
didn't
were
even
all
have to
guys,
stop.
didn't even have to stop. You just kept going and you just
You
right
can
out
see
the
all
hole
the
in the
fish
back.
underneath in the water underneath.
Yeah.
Just look out the back window and watch the trails. Oh, good times.
I think that car, you get behind them, I think that car's leaking gas. Is it okay?
They're leaking antifreeze. Hey, wait a minute. That doesn't smell like antifreeze.
My first car was a Dodge Daytona 89 blue.
Ooh, Dodge Daytona.
I love that car.
Yeah. Was it a hatchback?
Yeah, it was
There
a
you
sporty
go,
looking
buddy.
car.
Yeah.
I still remember my dad. He bought a Mustang, and there was 4 kids in the back seat in a Mustang, like the smaller
Yeah.
early '80s one.
The
Like
Mustang where they
compact
tried to
one.
make it compact and
Yeah.
gas efficient
Let me
because
say, that was
of
a fun one.
OPEC.
I got
Yeah.
to sit on the hump all the time. That was a good time.
Yeah.
I still don't know how you fit 4 people in the back seat.
Actually, a lot of the times I wasn't. I was in the car seat. Somebody else was on the hump.
You know, the best part about that is I had a 1980 Mercury Capri.
Yeah.
Which is a Ford Mustang
Yes.
still. And you could still put, even though it was tight, you could still put a person in the back window because of the hatchback.
I'm sure that was safe.
Yeah, until a paint can went through the windshield.
I always like how the
Right.
old timers.
Thanks, Jeff Kaler and Brian Vaughn.
I always like the old timers are like, those cars aren't made like they're used to. Well,
Yeah.
yes, you never had a nick on those cars when you wrecked them. The problem was 80% of the people died inside.
Because
There's a
you
difference
hit-
now.
you
Your
hit
car's
stuff inside
destroyed
the car.
now, but everyone's safe. The reason is because of crumple zones.
Crumple zone, safety, unibody.
Zone.
Yeah, but back
right.
in my day, that never wrecked. Yeah, but again, everyone died.
Yeah.
But
Leave it
the
alone.
crumple zone saved lives.
They do. They do.
Yeah.
The
I think
more
my-
you know.
I think my minivan has more airbags than I do. I have anything else with that. I have a lot of airbags.
Where are you going with this?
I don't know. I have a lot of airbags. There's more airbags than I do kids. That's a lot. Let's see here. Any with an up down? I got a couple up downs. Do you want to do an up, Jeff?
Oh, sure. I didn't think of this.
How about
Probably
what's
should
on the
do-
green room right now? That's your up? The All-Star game?
Not my up, because I really only half watching it. And...
It's a fucking All-Star game.
Oh, I
Come
know.
on, Jeff.
Hey, the All-Star game used to be a tradition. Me and my dad
Used to.
would go to the bar
Uh-huh.
every All-Star game and get, food and drinks and
When
watch
it
the
meant
All-Star game.
something.
It meant something.
Well, I do apologize to you because I completely forgot that it was this week. And
that's fine.
when you said that in our instant message, I was like, oh shit, we usually record on Mondays for the All-Star game. This is the first year we recorded
Yeah,
while the
of course
All-Star
it was Monday that I was saying, oh yeah, there's an All-Star game this week.
Too late.
To make a long story short.
You know, back in the day when the American leagues, when the leagues didn't play each other, no interleague play.
Yes.
I would say it probably meant more because you like
It
to see
did.
the players play against each other. And, who is really better, AL or NL? Now that there's so much interleague play, who gives a shit?
That's why they need to get rid of interleague play.
Yeah, and even then, some of those guys don't even play anyways, even if they're voted to the All-Star game.
We were talking about this at work. I feel like
Because they want a vacation in the middle of the season.
Well, who doesn't?
Yeah.
That's true.
But they're getting paid millions, and I don't. So they're...
I was talking about this at work. We were trying to figure out when, for a couple of people, when it jumped the shark, the All-Star game. When did it turn? There was a lot of...
The tie.
The tie was the big one. I said when they kept expanding the rosters.
Well, they were expanding rosters because they were expanding the league.
I know, but I hate having that many players.
They-
I get why,
The
but
rosters went down this year.
did they? How many people are on the rosters now?
32.
Go back to 25.
Yeah, I see, and they don't want pitchers burning their arms.
So they get one inning. if
Yeah,
that.
exactly, because they don't care anymore.
And that's the problem, though, is you get pitchers that do one inning and then, or half an inning, and then you got to switch them back in again. You got to spend time warming the next guy up.
Yeah.
I don't know, and I don't like that every team has to have an all-star.
Oh, that's one thing I like about the
Really?
baseball.
I kind of
I mean, it's
like
so
it because
easy.
Everyone gets a trophy.
it gives a market a reason to watch.
Yeah,
Their
why
one guy.
watch? No one to watch if they. So you want to watch to see if your guy does something. I mean, I understand. Like in basketball, they only have 5 people playing at a time.
Yeah.
It's tough to give 15 teams a person on the team. I understand that, but I think they.
Memphis Grizzlies should have 5 guys out there. Wait, do they have a team still?
Yes.
Do they? Okay. Sorry.
But I mean, football. I suppose it's not guaranteed for football. There's so many positions out there for football that every team should have a representative.
Unless you're the Browns.
Even the Browns deserve a representative.
Joe Thomas. Good call.
Exactly.
Good call.
It is a
Trent
good call.
Richardson.
Not Trent, but Joe Thomas. Joe Thomas is the bomb.
Joe Thomas is a class
He's
act.
awesome.
I will
He
give you
is.
that.
I like the fact of the story of him on draft day. The NFL invited him to New York, and he said, "No,
Going fishing.
I'm going fishing with my dad." And so that's how he found out he got drafted in the first
But that's
round.
an easy thing to do when you know you're a first-round pick.
Not necessarily.
I don't know.
No, I mean, you don't know where or when.
Yeah, you don't know where
Or
or
you
when.
might even fall to the second. I mean, wait, would you rather be out fishing with your dad or sitting around in the green room being picked in the second round because you
I'll
thought
do something
you were
else with my dad. I'm not fishing.
Well,
how about
yeah.
watching a baseball game? I'll take that.
Okay, or
Yeah,
whatever.
Anything.
It's because some of those guys are attention hounds and like the spotlight. He's like, no thanks.
You could be Joe Thomas and do that, or you could be Aaron Rodgers just waiting. Still waiting.
This year's baseball draft, they invited 4 people. I don't know why they chose these 4 people specifically, or if they invited others that just turned them down. But there were 4 people there, and like I said, there was one guy that was not drafted until the end of the first. So the other 3 guys went in the first 5, and then this other guy's sitting there for 20
They
more
should do an
picks.
auditorium of all the guys eligible to be drafted in baseball.
You all have to show up.
You
If
all
you don't
have
show
to
up,
show
you
up.
don't get
You don't
drafted.
get 20,000 picks.
I like the at-home shots.
Yes.
I like the cameramen at the at-home shots. Like when there was what is it? The Colonel from KFC was in the background, or who was that?
Yeah.
Who was it? We were joking.
Bigfoot was in the one.
Yeah, Bigfoot for beef links jerky
Yeah,
or whatever.
something.
They're all like, you're there with your family, extended family, and friends, and everybody's going nuts. And then there's the commercial sponsor stating there, Bigfoot in the background. You're like, what the hell is
You
that?
know it's got to be great, too, for the cameramen because they only have to work 10 minutes. The other
Yeah.
time they're eating the food that's stationed out there from the family.
And you don't have to go to New York and, they're zooming in on your face. Oh, there's Rocky McNewton, who thought he was going to be drafted in the top 10, he's now fallen to number 26. No, he's passed, so he will make it number 27. I mean, watching those young men suffer like that is just cruel and unusual.
What's Rocky McNewson's 40-yard dash time?
Pretty damn fast.
8 seconds.
I don't know. He had some off the field issues.
He did. He actually liked the Rock, called Crack. He had an issue with the Crack Rock. It's okay.
His nickname was Cracky.
Cracky McNutson.
Cracky McNutson.
Sounds like a sex game. You want to play McNutson today?
Yeah.
Only if it's cracky.
Does not sound right.
No.
Oh, Blake, what are you up on?
What I'm up on. Let's see.
Good talk. Good talk.
Yeah, I got a downer this week, but not an upsy. But I got comments on their other stuff that you
Well,
want to talk
he was
about.
up on being on vacation.
I was up on
How's that?
being on vacation.
I was
It
up on,
works.
my wife and I finished 13 Reasons Why.
Why?
Oh, you were up on it? I thought you were disappointed at the end.
The last episode was okay.
Why?
Stop it.
Give me 13 reasons why, Jason.
Okay. Writing.
No, I'm kidding. Stop it.
You want to start?
13 reasons why. This is the girl that commits suicide.
She leaves
and
tapes.
leaves 13 tapes for people, explaining why she did it.
Basically, she was sending these tapes out to all the bullies.
Yeah.
Or some, not all bullies, but people that all influenced the reason she did it.
And only 2 of the 13 people she sent tapes to were able to play them because nobody has tape players anymore.
Well, I'll get to that in a second. So, it was kind of funny. Clay, the main character, he has the old-time tape cassette player, the Walkman.
VHS.
But he has
No, cassette tapes,
Cassette
not
tape.
VHS.
Audio
No.
tapes.
Oh, audio tapes.
But he has the Beats headphones attached to them. And
my
I'm like,
God.
well, that's kind of funny that, you get the old school and the new school, but
Does the input actually fit into the
I don't know. I
input
don't know if
jack
it
actually
would.
fit?
I don't know.
It's the same jack. The jack hasn't changed.
Welcome to the Jack.
You may have to get the adapter for the smaller or bigger.
Oh, yeah, but I think they both, probably small.
It's Hollywood. Make believe.
It was a good series. It was, after we watched it, I looked at my wife and said, I think I need to watch a cartoon now. Because it was rough, some of the scenes. It was good. There were some issues with it. I thought they're making a second season, and they're going to focus on a couple
13 more reasons why.
Well,
13
they did
more
say that they are going to use old school technology for the next one. I'm like, no, don't do that. Like, what, Betamax? What are you going to do? Like VHS now? I hope not.
I videotape things. Ha ha ha.
But
Laser disc.
there's another character in it that you can tell is going down a bad road, and I wish they would have ended with him doing something that is alluded to that hasn't happened yet. I would have been okay if that happened.
That's how next season begins.
No, it's not. That's the thing. I'll get to that and just say I would have been okay with that ending, and then that's the you go for his reasons why he did it because everybody has a story. That's fine. That's not what they're doing. Supposedly they're going to do a trial. They're going to do a little bit more about some of the people's back. I'm like, oh no, this is a contained story. Let's go on to the next thing, or have some of the same characters but another character.
Oh, you can't have a suicide every year. This would be a terrible.
I don't think it's going to be a suicide next year. It's going to be something else.
13 Reasons Why I Opened Fire on the School.
Ding. I wasn't going to spoil it, but there you go. Thanks, Jeff.
Well, come on. You kind of gave it away. What else would it be?
Bowling.
Bowling. 13 Reasons Why I joined a bowling league.
At school. My down for this week is Amazon Prime Day, the big shopping day.
Yeah, it's overrated.
Dear God, is it awful. This is the second year in a row I think they've done it. It's horrible.
Third year.
I've never bought anything on Amazon Prime Day, and I'm a big Amazon fan. There's nothing. There was like diapers, size 3, Huggies, 156 count, $23. Oh, that's a pretty cool thing. I go to my local grocery store because we can pick up at the store. Okay, let's see how much the price is. $21. Yeah, that's not a deal.
It's cheaper locally.
Yeah. There was one thing that I was looking at. It was $14.99 on sale for $13.79. Yeah, I think I'm good. I can wait. I can find it cheaper for $1.20 off.
Could have got a PS4.
Did you buy one?
No.
Okay. It was down to $220. $225.
$229.
$229. Which is a
$230.
Which is a decent deal.
$70 off the normal
And you got a
price.
free game.
A free game and apparently a free download of a good game.
No, when they do Amazon Prime Day, is it on a day which the number is actually
7-11.
prime?
Two numbers are prime.
Ooh.
That's why they do it.
Oh. You know, today was also the day you can get a free Slurpee at 7-Eleven.
Yes.
Oh,
Chick-fil-A was
7-Eleven,
giving
yeah.
something away today or yesterday. I forget.
It was also
Except if
Clint
you're in
Thiel's
Europe.
birthday.
Except
Yes,
if
happy
you're
birthday, Clint
yeah.
Thiel.
Except if you're in Europe, it's 11-7 day, or the rest of the world.
I know.
So they don't get a free Slurpee.
Damn Kiwis.
Actually, I think there's government rules against it because there's too much sugar in it.
Oh, you're not
Sugar
allowed
and
to have-
size.
You're not even
Yeah.
allowed to have Slurpees over
Yeah,
there.
exactly.
Screw you,
Social
European-
Democrats.
Yeah, with your boots holding us down,
That's right.
not letting us kill ourselves slowly with sweet
right.
sugar.
Why do you need a big gulp?
Because you want one. 'Cause
Why
you're
not?
American.
That's right.
America.
American.
America. Yeah, I'm down on Amazon Prime Day. It's awful. Like, I just feel like it's a bad garage sale. It's like a digital garage sale. We have a lot of shit that we need to get rid of before Christmas. Here you go. See if anybody wants it. You guys want some galoshes? There you go. That's about it.
Apparently they were trying to get rid of them PS4s, though.
They did have some decent game prices on the games. Injustice 2,
The newer one?
Yeah, the new one was $32.
Oh, not bad.
No, not bad at all. The DC fighting game. I came close. I attempted to buy it.
Yeah, I considered getting a PS4, but hey, it's still, even though it's cheaper, it's still more money than I have to spend right now.
I think you're going to get better deals at Christmas with it too.
And B, I don't know if there's anything I can do on the PS4 that I need to do that my PS3 doesn't.
I only sent it over to you just to see if you were interested. Anytime I see deals on PS4s, I send it over to you.
Yay!
We can play no games together. Blake and I are on PS4.
Yeah,
We're
but
friends.
We wouldn't play any games together because we don't like the same games.
Blake and I keep trying to get Blake to play WWE 2K17. He won't
Exactly.
play.
And he's trying to get you to play Rock Band.
That's right.
I would, but he's always drunk. I call him up. We don't. I think so. Who's this guy? I just spent $200 on songs. I got all of No Doubt's #1 hits. Two of them.
$200 worth?
He just kept buying it.
Bye.
Spiderweb, is that the one? I'm stuck at a Spiderweb.
Yeah, Spiderwebs is one of No Doubt's songs.
I couldn't tell you anything about the Beatles, but I know my No Doubt. That's classy.
Yes, classy.
Gwen Stefani still looks good for her age.
Yeah. What is your down for the week, Blake?
My down for the week. Are you familiar with the movie XX?
No.
No.
All right. Well, here's the down for the week. Last week, there was supposed to be some thunderstorms where we were vacationing. So I was anticipating to catch up on my movie-going experiences and catch up with Wonder Woman and see Spider-Man,
Wonder Woman.
etc. But unfortunately for me, it was sunny every day.
So you had to be on the beach.
I had to be on the beach.
That sucks. My vacation on the beach was nice every
Oh,
I did
my
lollygag to the
goodness.
beach and lollygag to the ocean.
Back. I did
Lollygag to the white
carry a
sharks.
chair to the beach and an umbrella. Oh my goodness. No, but anyways. Oh, so we found an Airbnb for where we were staying. It was actually pretty cool. But they had Netflix. And it was like an auto login.
Okay.
And I could tell that people have been there who don't live there. So we went into Netflix. The next thing you see are these weird hard R shit that's on, you know.
So the last person
So
there.
you log in,
has
last
interesting
person there,
taste.
last person there watching recommended movies for so and so. We're like, no, no, and then laugh, no, laugh. I was like, oh my gosh. But
And he
anyways,
says, ow.
so anyways, the girls and my brother-in-law, who was and his family was there with us. We were up staying late, and we're fans of scary movies. So they put on a scary movie, and I joined like 1 minute, 30 seconds too late in, and I start watching this, and I'm like, what the hell is this? And the movie's called XX.
I think it's missing an X.
It was a 4-part movie.
I was assuming it was about women.
No, I'm getting there. So 4 standalone scenes to make one movie, and it was awful. It was so awful that after the first episode, the girls wanted to stop watching, but I said, no, we're vested. We're 25% in. Let's keep going. After the second episode, everybody wanted all out, except I insisted we watch now because now we were halfway done.
See, if I thought that way, I would have watched the whole season of Riverdale.
And they kept saying, how does this get 4.5
your whore
stars
mouth there,
on
Jeff.
Netflix? I said, because everybody else that got suckered into watching this movie keeps rating it 4.5 stars to bring everybody else in. But if you go to the other things like IMDb and everything else, Rotten Tomatoes, it scores horribly. The scariest part was the stop animation dollhouse with the face in between scenarios.
Stop animation, you could have stopped at that point.
Yeah,
Ugh.
exactly. And the thing is, it was so bad, it was comedic, where we were all bursting out laughing, like, oh my God, this is horrible. And I had to look up, I was like, what is the movie we're watching? XX. So I had to go read some background on it. And it was a horror movie that was supposed to highlight female directors in the horror genre. And my first reaction is, couldn't they find 4 better stories to be directed by female directors for this XX horror movie? To at least help out women in horror?
The
Apparently
poster
it couldn't be.
is a pair of lips, red lipsticks.
Yes.
With a skull on it.
It's like a bad Rocky Horror
That's not good.
poster.
The box, the birthday party,
Oh.
Don't Fall, and Her
Oh
Only
my
Living
God.
Son.
Oh my God. It was so bad. It was comedic at times, but we were all laughing out loud.
Susan is haunted by a dream of her family happily eating her at the dinner table.
Yeah, let's talk about that for a second. That's called The Box. And this is where they're on a train and the guy's got a box and the little boy says, what do I got? The guy's like, I have a special gift. The boy looks into the box. You don't know what's in the box. And after that, the boy stops eating. And then the sister's like, why aren't you eating? And he tells her, whispers in her ear, you don't know what's in the box. You don't know what he says. They're sitting at the dinner table, the family, husband, wife, kids. Our kids aren't eating. And wife's like, I don't know why. I'm just chomping along. And they're like, oh, I'm going to bed. I'm not eating. And then the husband and wife are together, and the husband's like, how can you eat at a time where our children are not eating and starving? And she's like, oh, you're not gonna finish that? I'll eat it. And then the guy gets up from the dinner table, goes to the boys like, what's wrong with you? And he whispers in, and the guy's face goes, and then he stops eating, and the wife's like, I'm hungry. Blah, blah, blah. And then she has this weird dream sequence where she's on the table and they're cutting her leg and like human flesh. And then it flashes back. Now she's in the hospital and the boy just dies. In the next room's the daughter, and the room after that's the husband, and they're all in comas and because they're starving to death. And I was like, what the fuck is this? And then it ends. And we're all like, that was where we said, are we going to continue watching? And I said, well, we've watched 25 minutes. What else are we going to do? Okay.
Turn anything.
And we kept going. The next one was
on?
the birthday party, and after that was Don't Fall, and then after that was My Only Son. They were all so bad.
Gretchen is attacked by a creature similar to the spirit in the ancient cave drawing that she sees,
Oh
which
my
takes over her
God. It was-
body and wears
yeah.
her skin.
It was horrible. It was so laughable. It was pretty funny because it was a typical 4 stoners in an RV out in the desert. It was bad.
Was there nudity?
No. That's the only. Well, the second story had a slightly overweight lady, but she had a huge rack, and she wore a nightgown the entire time, so there was lots of her cleavage.
Wow.
With her dead husband, and she totes him around like a weekend at Bernie's just before her daughter's birthday party with the weird au pair. I mean, none of it
72%.
made sense.
72% approval rate on Rotten Tomatoes.
Wow. So did you ever find out what was in the box?
No.
On a side note, happy birthday, Clint Field.
Hey!
Big 4-0, buddy. Good job. Okay.
So, Jason, your Spider-Man review is up on Nerdly.
.co.uk.
That's right.
Also on WeBeGeeksPC.com. Both of them have it. Nerdly.com.co.uk actually has two reviews of Spider-Man. Mine,
Oi.
which is a more positive review, and another one.
Oh, there's a negative review on it?
There's a good, not so good one. We'll get to that in a second
Might
here.
have to hear about that, because
All right.
just this evening I saw the movie.
Yes.
Between work and coming here.
Oh, you did see it? Okay.
I picked it up, so...
Blake, did you see it?
No, like I said, I was disappointed with all the sun on my vacation, so I didn't get to go to the cinema.
Okay.
However, I do have a question.
Yes.
At what age limit would you cut off for kids to go see this movie?
My 7.5-year-old saw it opening night with me. He enjoyed it. It is more kid friendly.
Yeah, I'm about to say, any kid that can go to a movie, I wouldn't.
All right. I'm asking for my sister, whose nephew is under 13,
Okay.
and with a younger sister.
Kid, I would think.
So you think it's okay?
Yeah.
Is it rated PG-13?
Yeah, it's rated PG-13.
And for our listeners with young children who haven't
if
seen
for
it
whatever
yet.
reason they're like anti comic book violence, because that's pretty much all there is to it, really.
It is by the one on Nerdly is by Rupert Harvey. That's a good British name.
Hello, Rupert. Hello, Rupert. What did Rupert have to say about the American Spider-Man?
He thought that he
Was there aluminium in the movie?
didn't think there was many cinematic moments to it, like in Wonder Woman. Let's see. He said it's built by a committee, 6 writers. That's
Very
true.
cinematic.
Yeah,
Yes.
Yeah, it does feel like it was built by committee.
And
I
while
agree
not
with
bringing
that.
us close to the Spider-Man 3 trough, it does drag into the mirror of a swamped genre. So he said, "Thank goodness for Holland, though, who
Swamp
elevates the film."
genre. Thank goodness for the country of the Netherlands. What role did the Netherlands play?
I did have to say Tom Holland did a hell of a job.
I do think it was the best Spider-Man movie to date.
My Spider-Man Homecoming review is called A Second Opinion. Thank you, Nerdly, for picking that up.
Called America's opinion.
That's right.
Tom Holland was
Like
great.
point and counterpoint.
Michael Keaton was great.
I was a little worried about Keaton, and then he really started to shine at the end.
Yeah, as the character, he pulled it off great.
I liked that Shocker. Was in it?
Spoiler.
Okay, I won't go into the other 2 guys that make their appearance.
Yeah.
Did he wear his symbol on the front?
No, but he did have yellow
The 2
on.
fingers and the. Never mind.
No, he didn't have
He kept
that.
going around shoving his fingers up there. Come here, boom!
No, that's the adult version spinoff.
Yes, the NC.
All right, so what you're saying is you can't bring your children to this movie.
I like that they built slowly into the universe. That you're going to have these other villains in the future, but they didn't bang your head over it with it.
Oh yeah. Not like the Amazing Spider-Man 2, where here's Rhino, he'll be in the next one, except we're not making another one.
And nobody cared. So what would you give it?
I'd probably give it a B.
B. Okay. I enjoyed it. You can read my review at nerdly.co.uk.
Do you need a word translator for British words like bonnet?
No. And I even do break
In garage?
my reviews are always in bullet points too, for the good, the bad, and the middling.
And aluminium?
No. I enjoyed. Did you think
Boot?
it's being reviewed as John Hughes mixed with part John Hughes, part superhero film? I could see that.
Well,
I heard it was a high school movie, essentially.
yeah, duh. It takes place about kids in high school, and it actually gives you that high school feeling, unlike any of the other
Yes.
Spider-Mans did. I mean, you actually feel they're in high school, not people playing like they're in high school just to do a scene where it shows them in school.
Tobey Maguire.
Yes. They tell me he's in high school. Yeah.
Tom Holland, I thought it was the best Spider-Man so far.
Oh.
I like Andrew Garfield. I don't think he pulled off everything. I thought Tobey Maguire is not a good Spider-Man or Peter Parker. He brought some status to the movie.
In retrospect, I mean, when they first did it, there
Yes.
was nothing really to compare it to.
He brought kind of like a Frodo Baggins to the character.
Yes.
But at the time, it's like, oh man, they're doing Spider-Man. And yeah, Tobey Maguire, I know him. He's youngish. So it works.
And Sam Raimi, who's a decent director. I like I like his genre and work.
I would definitely recommend going to see it. It's probably the best Spider-Man I've seen. I think he's even better than the Spider-Man 2. I think that gets too much credit with the Doc Ock one.
Yeah, I still think it was a great movie, but I think I like this one better.
I saw Amazing Spider-Man, the first Andrew Garfield one.
Yes.
I watched the last hour of that the other night.
Oh, just recently on purpose.
My wife's comment was, "Why are you watching this? Lizard does not look good." I forgot how bad he looked, and I forgot how bad that movie was. It was not good because Amazing Spider-Man 2 overshadows everything because of how horrible it was.
Yeah.
I forgot how bad Amazing Spider-Man was.
it wasn't all that good.
I don't think I saw either of them. No, I know I did. I didn't see either of them at the movie theater. That was one of the few superhero movies I didn't go see.
I think I saw the first one in the theater. I know I didn't see the second one in the theater.
Yeah. But go see Spider-Man: Homecoming. I would say if you have a kid, like I said, my kid was 7.5. He's always really good with movies, anyways, since he was little. So it kind of depends on your kid. But it was a 2-hour and 10-minute movie, so it is a little longer. But he enjoyed it. He really liked it. So
with 20 minutes worth of previews.
Yes, there is. Yes, there is. Unfortunately, there was no Transformers: The Last Crap previews.
Yeah,
because
they don't put the previews out for movies already
I
been
know.
released.
I'm really upset.
God, I'm trying to remember if there are any good previews on.
Did they try shoving that Valerian movie down your throat?
I didn't
Don't
see
tell Pittsburgh nerd.
Because that movie looks like shit.
I'm hoping for it because it's an original property. I know it's based on a graphic novel and that, but I'm glad that they're making something new, and it's by Luke Beeson, the guy that did Fifth Element.
You can't say the name Luke.
I didn't know if it was special, like a special way of saying, like Patrick Waugh.
No, it's Luke. Luke, maybe if you want to.
See?
But it.
I'm Luke Beeson.
Yeah. Are you talking about Patrick Roy, the goaltender?
Yes. Yes.
Yeah.
What's our boot? Yeah, I would like to see it, but I don't know if I'm going to see it in the theaters. Hell, I'm thinking about going to see War of the Planet of the Apes. I'm still tempted about that on Thursday night.
Well, you have fun at that.
I know. I go back and forth on it. The second one was not as good as I wanted it, so I don't know.
And this one looks. Basing it strictly just on the previews, because that's all I saw of any of them. This one looks to be the best, in my opinion.
It's gotten good reviews so far. Good reviews, and Woody Harrelson's in it, so what not to like? A lot.
Oh, so you're a big Woody Harrelson fan. You went and saw all the...
2012.
Was he in 2012?
Yes, he was the guy up in the crowd in the mountains.
I'm about to say, I know you went and saw all the... what the fuck is the name of that?
White Man Can't Jump franchise?
Yes, all of those.
All of those. Second one was Canadians Can't Jump.
Crap, what the hell is the name
Hunger
of the
Games?
movie? Yes, thank you.
Yeah. I never saw any of them, but yes, I saw them.
You saw all the Hunger Games because
yes.
you're such a Woody Harrelson fan.
know he
That's
was
what
in
I'm
all of
trying to say.
Okay, I got you.
Maybe we'll go back and edit that so it sounds like I know
like
what
seeing
I'm
you being
talking
an
about.
idiot.
No.
I do it so well. Blake, did you see Preacher?
I have one episode. I have a lot of TV to catch up on.
Yeah, I'm one episode behind.
I am too.
I like the New Orleans episode.
I do like it. It was pretty funny.
Yeah. Hell.
It was pretty funny, yeah. You get Arseface's backstory, and I do kind of like that.
Jesus, man, that's a hell of a thing. No
Yeah.
pun intended.
Yeah,
that
exactly.
He's reliving the same day.
Yeah, well, it's kind of like the cowboy. Mm-hmm. You know, the
Yeah,
saint of
he's
all killers was doomed to repeat that.
So their version of hell in the show is you relive the worst day of your life.
Exactly.
Oh, God.
That was pretty good. And then I do like a lot of some of the funny stuff, like Cassidy's buddy that they hang out with in New Orleans, and the guy speaks nothing but French, and Cassidy's like, do you speak French? And Tulip's like, no. He's like, sorry, we don't speak French, and we didn't catch any of that, but we want to stay here anyways. And
We're going to spend the night. Have a good day.
it's like, how's this your buddy? You don't even speak his language.
I was kind of disappointed, though. I really wanted Preacher and Cassidy to go off on the town by themselves.
Yeah.
Like when she said that she was faking sick.
Yeah.
I was hoping, like, oh, that'd be awesome. Cassidy and her. Him.
And the first bar they go to, we're looking for God.
Oh, the God version.
Oh my God, that was pretty bad.
Take you down.
It was pretty nasty.
They go into a...
No, don't explain it to them. Just,
Yeah, I'm about
you need to
say,
watch it yourself.
I'm watching the All-Star game while you guys discuss this. So
yeah, but
The
anyways,
dog.
sorry, sick sense of humor. Yeah, the dog. Did you see the sign in the background
No, it was-
about where to keep semen off of the counselors? It was horrible. It was just wrong.
I'm enjoying Preacher. I like the New Orleans episode. My favorite episode,
Yeah.
I think, of all of them, I think, was the week before that with the guy in Vegas.
Yeah,
I
even
really
that was pretty
loved that
funny.
episode.
Yeah, it was really good.
I enjoyed that one. He just kept
Yeah.
dying. That's his trick.
That was awesome.
Yeah, I enjoyed it though. I think the characters are doing a lot better this year. The actors are realizing who they have,
Yeah.
and it is serious, but there's a lot of dark humor to it this year. A little bit more, I felt.
Yeah.
The dog thing was creepy. As soon as they pulled it back, I was like, oh no.
The spot humor and all that kind of stuff that's involved in it is pretty damn funny. I do like it.
I enjoy that they've built this world that anything can happen. And even as ridiculous as it can be, they don't care. Because you built this world and you believe it now. Okay, that's what we're doing. A guy's going to dress as a dog and get fucked. Okay, fine.
Well, that was your
I'm not paying
presumption.
attention, but I
That was your presumption.
Sorry, you could do a sex toy.
Yeah.
Sorry, my bad. Woo. That's what Clint wants for his birthday. Moving on.
I did see a Riverdale preview.
Oh.
And I knew exactly what it was when I first started watching it. It looked like a horrible 90210.
Stop it.
One Tree Hill / horrible thing. And I knew it was Riverdale because they did a Josie and the Pussycat
The
cut
best
scene
version
real
of Josie
quick
and the Pussycats.
with the little cat
back.
ears. And then they went to, what's his name from 90210?
Perry.
Luke Perry.
Luke Perry's in it.
And everything else involved in it. I just went, no.
See, here's the
Damn
thing.
my eyes.
Here's the best part.
No. I saw it and I was like, no.
Any other show, I probably
Oh
would have given
my
up on by now. But now, I'm going to do it just because I want to spite you fuckers. But I think in the end, I'm going to lose. But I feel like I need to keep watching because of you guys.
I watched the preview and my feelings of anger were at you, Jason.
Thank you.
Not
I
the
appreciate
show,
that.
but at you.
Appreciate that. Archie is dreamy in it.
No,
I did like how he went from a skinny guy to all muscles. How did you get a six-pack? Well, I did 3 months of construction. I get that you'll get some muscle. I don't think you're going to get that much muscle in 3 months.
At that age, it's all it takes is 3 months.
think?
Yeah. It's not like he's got to lose like 300 pounds before he can build it back up. I mean,
It's okay, Jeff. We love you for who you are.
Yeah. Anyways, I saw the
There's no
preview
shaming
I'm
here.
cuddly.
and I hated you.
You hated me?
Yeah.
Thank you. I'm glad. I'm about 4 episodes behind on Fear the Walking Dead. I gotta get that going.
I saw the end of that with the 2 hours. We could talk about that next week.
Okay. Let's do some quick thing here. Final first round pick of the video game. The video game console tournament that we're having at Bad Ideas Podcast on Twitter. These are the consoles that have moved on: Atari 2600, Nintendo NES, Sega Genesis, Super Nintendo, Sega CD, Sony PlayStation 1 and 2, Microsoft Xbox, the Nintendo Wii, and the Sony PlayStation Vita, which is kind of an upset. This week
Didn't beat anything out. It was a weak bracket.
it was. Well, this week we only had 3.
Sometimes it's just about the seating, Jeff.
There you go.
That's what she said. We had Sony PlayStation 4, Microsoft Xbox One, and the Nintendo Switch. And we actually had a decent amount of people voted. And here's the thing. Microsoft Xbox came in last with 20% of the vote.
Xbox One. Hear that, Xbox One people?
We have a two-way tie for 40%. And I'm like, oh, maybe only 8 people voted. Nope, we had a decent amount. And I'm like, oh, shit. So, going on to the next round is
have a
Sony
tie.
PlayStation 4 and the Nintendo Switch.
That sounds
Well
like
done,
European
Switch.
soccer.
It is a tie. It's soccer. Football. That's football.
Football.
But it works because that puts 12 into the finals.
Yeah, so we're going to do 3. Each next round is 3 consoles each for each tournament. So, starting tomorrow or today, if you're listening to it on Wednesday, July 12th.
So instead of having it for 3 weeks, we're going to have it for a month.
No, we're having 2 polls a week. 2 polls a week.
Oh my goodness.
So
2 polls a week.
we did that last time too. Simmer down. Atari 2600, Nintendo Entertainment Center, and the Sega Genesis will all be fighting.
And the Super Nintendo.
No, 3.
Oh, we're doing 3 of 4, not
Yes.
4 of 3.
Correct.
Oh, I misunderstood what you said.
And then later in the week, we'll have the Super Nintendo versus the Sega CD versus the Sony PlayStation. So there you go. So the PlayStation 4 and the Switch will eventually fight each other again.
Again.
Yes.
Or do we reseed this week?
No, it's too much effort.
So
So
they'll
yeah,
end up tying again.
at Bad Ideas Podcast, go vote starting Wednesday, July 12th. Atari 2600.
Oh, wait, no.
Why?
That's going to give us the PS4 and the Nintendo Switch taking on the PS Vita.
Yes!
Really?
Let's go Vita! Let's go Vita. Let's go. Oh, sorry, I was on the Barbie song.
Oh, that's going to be a terrible
Speaking of Barbie, did you see the new Ken dolls?
I'm a Barbie girl.
Oh,
in
they
a
got Man
Barbie
Bun
world.
Ken.
He has dreadlocks.
Isn't that horrible?
He has cornrows. The corn
No,
roast is
no.
bad.
Well, they're coming out with several versions of Ken.
I'm glad
Which is
that you're
okay.
hey, I have no issue diversifying.
But
because,
Man Bun
again,
Ken with his little spinner.
The male bun
and
is awful.
uni,
It's like
well,
5 or 6 different hairstyles, like 4 or 5 different skin tones,
Okay, I'm fine with that.
and like 2 or 3 different body types. They've
Okay.
got Dad Bod Ken.
Yeah, well, they've been a lot of them have been doing different body types with that. You know, what, again, it's kind of like comic books in that they made these characters back in the 30s, 40s. Everybody, back then they made only white figures. I have no issue diversifying
I
at
don't have a
all.
problem.
The
No.
male bun is a ridiculous.
that really offends me.
Yes.
Out of all the diversity, that's the only thing I'm discriminating against is man buns.
Yes.
A
I
man
agree.
bun is a choice, and you're allowed to be discriminated against by that choice.
It's a poor choice.
You have chosen poorly.
Oh, that is something I did not put on my top 5 that I might have to rethink.
Teaser.
Male buns.
Teaser alert.
Let's do some listener feedback.
And starting out with listener feedback, who else do we start with other than
Doug.
wrong?
A-Pants.
Yes.
Oh,
Can't give
damn.
yourself a nickname. But
correct.
we did.
Also known as Doug.
I wanted to be known as the Hammer. You know why I couldn't do it?
Because you can't give yourself a nickname.
Exactly.
That's right. And especially when. Never mind.
Moving on.
You're 16 is a song Ringo took to number 1 in 1974. And is, I feel like Casey
Time out.
Kasem.
Could you sing this in the Casey and say it in the Casey Kasem?
You're 16 is a song Ringo took to number 1 in 1974 and is written by the guys who did it. It's a Small World. So, this week's listener dedication to Blake is, how does Blake feel about that?
How do you feel about that?
I don't feel a single thing. I don't give a shit.
How does Ringo Starr rank in your thing?
Ringo, number 4 of 4.
Okay. 5. Isn't there a fifth
However, 4.
There's about
There's
14 people
five.
claiming to be the 5th Beatle.
Yeah.
one? So it's
you
like
know.
Pete Rose baseball bat, the one that you got the hit with. Yeah, I got on this one, really.
Yeah. Let's just say number 4 of 4. However, he could make a really good pop country song back in the day. Rock
Okay.
and roll on a rock and roll album.
Okay.
There you go. Exactly. Well, anyways, so you're 16, 1974, and if I can reference a professional podcaster, Adam Carolla podcaster show, he actually has a bit about those late 60s, early 70s old rapey songs
Yeah,
that
they're kinda creepy.
that are creepy.
They're incredibly
like
creepy.
you're 16, you're turning me on. Hey, let's go, little girl. You're like,
Younger,
yeah, like,
get out of my mind.
yeah, exactly. Or hey, I picked you up in my van. Hitchhiking on the road. Yeah, like that Winnebago Shazam rants that I've gone on
Didn't
back in the day.
Winger have, she's only 18 or something?
17.
Like 17?
She's only 17.
Oh.
Yeah, exactly. But this was the era that I guess it was.
Baby, it's cold outside.
Yeah, it was a different era. That's all I got to
It was
say.
a creepier
It
era.
was
let's
a
just say
creepier
that.
era
I'm
too.
about to say that would make me not want to let my children get on It's a Small World, knowing the same guys who wrote that wrote.
I don't think we should get on Small
She's
World
your
anyways.
16 for Ringo.
Yeah.
So it's a small world. Although I would have to say it is the best song and ride in Disneyland
Small
World.
Lies.
No,
I don't know any other.
it's better than Avatar Land. I
That's
guarantee
true.
you that.
That's true. Who doesn't love Avatar Land?
Me.
Yeah.
Everyone.
And Pirates of the Caribbean before they politically corrected that bullshit.
If you see us at Cincinnati Comic Expo, if you come up and say anything about Avatar, we have a Disney's Animal Kingdom Avatar Land map for you. We will give it away. Anybody. Just
And then we will laugh and point at you really loud. You're at Comic-Con, nerd. Oh, wait a minute.
oh boy.
Disney nerd. Oh, wait a minute. Hold on.
Okay. What else we got?
So next we got from Nikki, darling Nikki. She says, "You guys talk a lot of shit." Well,
Yes, we
that's
do.
granted, but nothing is more boring than when you talk baseball. Also, pitch was awesome.
pitch the baseball serial. Thank you. It was an awesome series.
So, Nikki, we're going to let you know right now. This is the boring part. You might want to start fast forwarding.
Give us about 3 minutes here.
Yeah, play us at double time. Maybe it's as interesting as cricket.
Let's just say we have the Hobie MLB draft pick'em championship. I don't know. We've called it 80,000 different things.
It's not really a draft or a pick'em or a championship.
No.
But
We're picking.
Yes, it's more of a discussion topic for baseball nerds.
Yes, we're taking two at every position. Players that have played during your lifetime. You pick your best team or favorite team, whatever. And I have a spreadsheet connecting everybody.
Yes,
Jason. Really?
Jason's
Yeah, it
gone.
was out on Twitter. I sent it out on Twitter.
Yes, Jason's gone full baseball
I
nerd.
missed that one.
Yes, and because I think part of it is Apan said that I would get bored by by first baseman. That might be true, but son of a bitch, I left my second baseman's at work. Son of a bitch.
Oh, come on. You have to remember who you have.
No, I did. I do.
Okay.
It's true. Now, Nikki is our favorite Kiwi
She is
from New Zealand. Mm-hmm. So, top that.
Yeah.
Somebody
If you
from
would like us
Africa
to do-
right in Ghana. I know we got downloads in Ghana.
We do have downloads now. If you would like a cricket or a rugby version of this, let us know. We'll be happy to.
We will come up with terrible, terrible choices.
Yeah.
My
But
son watched college rugby tournament a couple weeks ago. Him and I were watching it. He was really into those too. It was kind of fun to see.
It's good and rough.
I did
problem
enjoy
is
the
he-
Olympic rugby.
No
The
pads.
last Olympics. That was fun to watch.
The problem is when he asked me questions, and I was like, that's a good question. Let's Google that.
You're like, you know as much as I do.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's a scrum. I know that. I know that's a scrum.
See, but the best thing about
See, that's him hitting
baseball,
the other guy in the nuts. See, you're probably not supposed to do that, but they do it all the time.
illegal. The best thing about baseball is it doesn't end in a tie like football.
That's
or
true.
European soccer, European
Or
soccer.
NFL football
so-
sometimes.
Yeah.
Or even NFL. It doesn't end in a
Donovan
tie.
McNabb, it can end in a tie.
Doesn't end in a tie. However, it doesn't go on for weeks like a single cricket
There's
match,
162 games.
parlay, cricket. What's it called? A cricket match?
Yes.
I think
A
it's
test?
a match.
No, it's a test.
It's a test.
Oh, okay.
It's a test. But you don't study for that test.
You always say C. Always
Yeah.
It's called practice.
Oh,
practice.
sure.
My thing is with baseball
Just
is
run to the wicket.
with 162 games, you know who's good.
Yeah.
You know who's good by the end of this. With
Yeah.
football, NFL football, it doesn't matter. Somebody can get injured and your season's over.
Yeah, pretty
In
much.
baseball, if you get injured, you have enough guys from the minors and that can come up and
Hundreds of players that can come in.
Yeah.
And fill
Or
it.
you can go on an 8-game winning streak in football and the season's over and you're 8-8.
True.
That's true. Or the Browns go on a 1-game winning streak. Let's see here.
They did that last year.
Yes, they did.
Yeah,
You get
it was
2,
awesome.
That's called a streak.
That's right. All right,
So we're picking. Last week we picked first baseman. Who were your first baseman, Blake? We don't have yours.
I
down yet.
can't remember.
You didn't pick because you weren't here.
Yeah.
You said Eddie Murray.
No.
You said
Sean Casey.
Mo Vaughn.
No.
You said
Jim Thome?
Jim Thome.
Jim
When he
Thome.
played first base, not third.
And who else?
well,
Anyone
yeah.
else?
And you said Todd Helton.
No.
I said Todd Hill.
I know. I'm just
No.
going to throw people up. Steve Garvey.
I'm gonna pick Richie Sexton
Okay.
Oh, okay.
because he went on the injury list for a neck injury from putting on his ball cap too tightly.
Okay.
Pulled down too hard and gave himself a neck injury.
I can agree with
Who
that.
was your picks? You were
had the-
Pujols and who else last week?
I was Pujols and Bagwell.
Okay.
He had the wrong size cap, and he pulled down too hard and gave himself a neck injury.
That's a classic injury.
It is.
So let's do some of listeners are sending in picks.
yes,
if you want to join us, send it in at Bad Ideas or on Facebook page at the History of Bad Ideas. Let us know who you want as your catchers and first basemen. And this week we're doing second basemens. So just let you know. Go ahead.
Yeah, so regarding Jason's Hobie Nerd MLB draft, first and second baseman, we have Sean.
Pittsburgh nerd.
Thank you, Sean. He says, I'll go with Jeff Bagwell at first base and Bill Mazeroski at second.
We still need one more at each.
Yeah. And I had to ask
He's from
Sean.
Pittsburgh. You can give him a break, okay?
I had to ask Sean. I was a little surprised. He's much older than I thought he was if
Yes.
you saw Bill Mazeroski play.
He said he saw him in an old timers game, and that counts. So good for him.
Oh, yes. Captain Admiral Kirk said first base, Jack Elliott. And just in case you didn't know, that's 1980s New York Yankees.
He was also played for Japan.
Yes, and then Nagoyo Chunichi.
Dragons. That's
Dragons.
who else he played for. That would be Mr. Baseball, Tom Selleck.
And then Coach Detroit Tigers, Helen Haley, Rockford Peaches.
I like Helen.
I did.
Was that from World War II?
To see the Rockford Peaches play either, but
He saw the movie.
Is that from A League of Her Own?
Yes. So
Let's
well
see.
done.
All right, Randall
I
Holt.
like his fictional picks.
Yes, Randall Holt.
Oh wait, we're doing first baseman. Okay.
Some threw in second baseman too, though.
Oh
Okay,
no, I
okay.
was just trying to remember who I didn't realize that's who the first baseman was. I like League of Their Own.
I love League of Their Own.
So I was
Great film.
I was thinking
Holds
it was
up
somebody
very
else.
well.
But I'm sure he did the research to know that
Yes.
it was Helen was the first baseman.
There's no crying in baseball.
She's crying, sir.
Which next?
Randall Holt, first base. We got Pujols and Bagwell.
Good pick, Randall.
Okay.
Second base, we got Alomar
Robbie.
and Joe Morgan, but Brandon Phillips is really close though.
Fuck Robbie Alomar.
I'd rather not.
Okay. going.
I hated Roberto Alomar until he played for the Indians.
There you go. It's
Yeah.
kind of like how I love Jose Bautista.
Despite him spitting on umpires.
Yeah.
That was after he was with.
No, it was before he played for the
I
Indians.
thought he.
No, it was before.
I thought the Orioles was after.
It was before. I hated him, and then he joined my team, and I said, "Yeah, I like him."
Okay.
It's like Jose Bautista. I really love him, but if he was on another team, God, he's a fucking asshole.
Exactly.
What a fucking cunt.
From Beside Geek, here's my second baseman, Jeff Kent. I hear he's got a good locker room presence as well. Maybe I'll name him team captain. And Neil Walker, Bucks.
He did say that he apologizes. He will not have an all-white team by the end of this, so he says he's getting there, guys.
I will say Jeff Kent. After seeing him on Survivor, I lost some faith in him. I just didn't like the game of Survivor he played.
I lost faith in you when I saw that you watched Survivor still.
Say Jeff Kent's another one of those
4 years ago, he was on Survivor.
Cleveland Indian products that came up that we lost, like Brandon Phillips.
Thank you for that.
We brought him up way too early,
Thank you very
and then we
much.
sent him back down, didn't give him a chance, and we traded him to the Reds. And
But you got Jeff Stevens for him.
regretted it every day that I went to the ballpark and watched him play. God,
But you got to go to the ballpark and watch him play.
for the Reds,
Exactly.
which is my National League team.
And that's that city you're living in.
I can root for the Reds because they're my
You
National
got
League
to
team.
watch Brandon Phillips more often than you would have if he was with the Indians.
That's correct.
2 or 3 Indians games a year versus 6
True.
or 7 Reds games.
Yes.
Des Hassing,
Does Hassing,
the most
first
educated
base.
man.
First base, California boy, Steve Garvey.
It's not a bad one.
Steve Garvey. Stand by for first base. And Albert Pujols, second base. Rod Carew and Roberto Alomar.
Fuck you, Rod Carew.
Rod Carew. I was talking with Jeff about this as the Latino Baseball Hall of Fame was being announced and marched around on the field. Rod Carew, I think he had, how many triples in the All-Star games did he have? I think he had like 2 years in a row where he led off with triples. It was crazy.
Still don't understand how you can hate Rod
At this
Carew.
point, it's just a mentality now. I gotta stick with it.
I mean, his name's Rod.
committed.
Yeah.
Fuck him.
Oh, wait, he's Latino. It should be Rod Carew.
Oh,
Yeah. Anyways, from Doug.
Eight
Doug.
Hey, Adam Scott and Craig Robinson are at the ball game.
great.
Don't know why we care, but they're showing.
They're on a new Fox 19 show or Fox. channel.
Okay.
Ghosted.
So Fox is upping the.
Yeah. What else we got, Blake?
Doug. Now that you're going to remember to do it,
We did.
but my second baseman are Joe Morgan and your bitter enemy, Rod Carew.
Fuck you, Carew.
From Dev. Dev says second baseman Ian Kinsler. Fuck the Tigers. Except for Ian Kinsler, he's my fantasy second baseman now for like 3 years straight because I like him.
I still think of Ian Kinsler as a Ranger, so that's all right.
I do
That's
too.
okay.
Actually, I do.
And then Roberto Alomar.
Okay.
But he didn't specify pre-Cleveland Indians or post.
Or senior.
Or
He's
senior.
taking his entire
His entire career.
career.
All
Let's
right,
do
so
this
that's
real quick.
Jason's nerd baseball.
Who's your picks for second baseman, Blake?
Cleveland Indians, Roberto Alomar,
Okay.
and
The San Diego Padres, Roberto Alomar.
Phillips? You going Brandon Phillips?
Jeff Kent.
I will go Brandon Phillips.
Ooh,
Yes,
Good picks.
thank you.
You know what my picks are? Roberto Alomar and Brandon Phillips.
Nice job.
It's because great minds think alike, Jeff.
Mine
Dev is a half a great mind, although he's Mr. Corrections.
is Joe Morgan.
Joe Morgan.
and Robinson Cano.
Did you actually watch Joe Morgan play? Do you
I've never
remember
seen
him as a
He was
kid?
through 83. Actually, I do remember him playing with Johnny Bench, too.
We're not talking about his time on the baseball bunch.
I'm about to say, you were 4 when Johnny Bench retired.
Fine, do you want me to get rid of... I do remember Bench's last game.
It's
I
your
remember
point.
that.
No, it's your list, but I'm just saying.
Well, I've seen him in
You know what? Then
replay.
fine, forget it. I'll do Phillips.
I've seen him in
Phillips is like number
replays.
3 for me. So, you know what?
Replays with the great red machine.
I will just put it this way. I'm picking Brandon Phillips, partly because, because I got to watch him play, and he was the best fielding second baseman I've ever seen. And
Okay.
apparently, according to Joe Morgan, the best fielding second baseman Joe Morgan has ever seen. And he was, pretty good with the bat, too.
That's what she said. I'll go
No,
Robinson
she
Cano.
didn't.
Cano has a hell of a career. And he's not, you don't notice him as much because he's in Seattle right now.
Cano.
You don't notice him as much. He's
Yeah,
freaking
I notice him be-
overrated with the Yankees.
No,
300
no.
every year.
No.
I'll get some stats.
He is. I've purposely picked him for my fantasy. Other middle infielder for baseball, and that guy rocks me for points.
Oh no, he's good. I'm not as a Seattle fan. I'm fine with it. It's just,
Yeah, you don't see him on the West Coast because of where we're at, but
Exactly.
he kicks ass. I like
but
him.
it's just. I have an anti-Yankee bias, I will say.
Me too.
So someone who,
But I like him because
longtime
he
Yankees are
left
tough.
the Yankees.
That's true.
A lot of people go to the Yankees. He left the Yankees.
Or the Yankees ditched it.
8 seasons of over 300. He
Yeah.
got it. Mm-hmm. The lowest batting average he's ever had was 271 for a season.
That's still good.
That was in 2008. Since then, his lowest batting average was 287. So, I like Cano. I've always liked him.
Yeah.
So,
He had a bad year, I think, the first year with the Mariners.
but I feel like everybody has a bad year when they switch teams like
Not
that.
everybody. Sometimes they have great
A
years.
lot. The majority. And people always bitch. It's like, give them a year to find their footing. Calm down.
Yeah, I agree.
I am just thrilled that we hadn't seen a single Ryan Sandberg on this.
Oh,
list.
God. He was overrated from the beginning.
He was the most overrated.
Is it
baseball
Ryan or
player.
Ryan?
Fuck him is what
It's
it is.
for now.
Fuck him, Sandberg.
him.
That's from now on. Is fuck him, Sandberg. That's who it is. Well, he throws it into the crowd. Wow, that's an error on the first baseman, Mark Grace. Nope.
Mark Grace was the first baseman I should have mentioned while I was.
And he mentioned
talking first
Slumpbusters.
baseman, but-
I knew a girl in Chicago that had a lot of sex with Mark Grace. Does that
Did you have
count?
sex with Marky Mark?
No.
Okay.
That was my sister's high school friend.
So what are we doing next week? Is it shortstops or third basemen?
We're doing.
Third
Well,
basemen.
if you go by number, you got to go by third base.
Okay. So next week we're doing third basemen.
Third base.
Send in your second basemen if you haven't yet, and third basemen. And it's never too late.
Is that
Send
really
them
the
in.
plural? Third baseman's.
Men.
Third baseman's.
Third baseman. You keep
I have a
throwing an
speech
S at the
impediment.
end. Apparently,
Anyways.
your speech impediment makes you put S's at the end of words that shouldn't have S's at the end of them.
Blake, let's do some corrections.
Yeah, let's do some corrections. And remember, the rule is we're right. We're always right
Until.
until we're proven wrong.
That's right.
So Randall Holt says, I want to put it on record. I did not submit any questions about having sexual relations with Disney princesses. That was Pop Culture Cafe.
I apologize. The intern has been fired, and we are looking for a new intern right now.
Yeah.
Apologize for that last week.
It got pretty bad.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
Pretty
this
disgusting.
does kind of remind me about Disney princesses and Doug's, fetish with Disney. And I'm thinking, what does the bedroom cosplay look like at Apans's house? Does his wife put on some Disney outfits for him? And does he Winnie the Pooh it? Like he's wearing a collar shirt and nothing else?
I would
Like
think
button
he
down
would-
collared
I would
shirt,
think with his
shirt
hands,
sleeve
he could
shirt.
only be like the Beast or something.
Just has the Donald Duck shirt on.
No, that's actually called Winnie the Poohing or
Yeah,
or
it's
what's
disgusting. No man should ever just wear a T-shirt or
Yeah.
a shirt. That's
or
it.
yeah, it's either
That's all I'm wearing.
yeah.
Well, yeah, but you're under a table. I can't see anything else.
yeah.
Oh God, that is awful.
Just
Why-
wondering. I mean, not that
Women
there's,
do it. It's great.
not that there's anything wrong with that.
Yeah, but men do it.
Yeah.
Don't do it, man.
Yeah.
Don't do it. So.
You
You
know,
said
or
you should just be totally nude.
yeah, or porky pigging. That's what it's called too.
You know what? When A-Pants has his own Disney podcast with RJ
Yeah.
Holt, we will. That would be a listener feedback question.
Your favorite Disney cosplay?
Yes.
In the bedroom?
In the bedroom.
Just checking.
Every question is better when you add in the bedroom.
That's right. So from Captain Admiral Kirk, he says, regarding online pay service for SDCC in the bedroom, you get it for $5 a month and can get a week free. Also, they do 12 conventions a year, not just SDCC. They do lots of interviews of celebs, so it's a free weekly, and it has been good in the bedroom.
This has been the Comic-Con.
Yeah, what is he talking about, SDCC?
It's a San Diego Comic-Con.
Okay.
There's a Comic-Con website that is a pay service, $5 a month, and they have a lot of Comic-Con stuff and interviews, and they have their own original programming
And
too.
free cosplay video
We
for
talked about it last
$5
week
a
if
month?
you would listen.
Oh, yeah. Well, I may have, zoned out on my Sudoku while you're...
In the bedroom. Let's keep going.
All right, regarding last week's top 5 favorite wrestlers.
Great episode, by the way. Thank you,
All right.
Jim and Doug.
So we're going to go through this. Apparently, you guys got a lot of feedback on your 5 wrestlers.
Would you like me to do this since you hate wrestling?
No, I'll do it. I'm equal opportunity idiot.
Okay.
All right, from including myself, idiot. Besotted Geek, forget my top 5. Oh, you forgot my top 5. He said 5 was Bigfoot, 4 was Loch Ness Monster, 3 was Tooth Fairy, 2 was Easter Bunny, and 1 was Santa Claus. And he said hashtag fake.
Didn't they actually have a wrestler dress up as Bigfoot once? Or
That was the Yeti,
oh,
and that was Kevin Nash.
Yeah. This one is
He was Oz. There was a Yeti, though.
this one is from Joe. Just Joe. Thank you, Joe. An Attitude Era top 5. 1,
Late 90s.
The Taker.
boo.
2, Jeff Hardy. 3, Kurt Angle.
Yay!
4, Shawn Michaels. 5, Road Dogg.
He was good on the mic.
Was he related to the Junkyard Dog?
No, he was not.
I think it'd be pretty cool if he was.
Breath of silence. Okay.
Yeah, rest in peace. This one from Kevin at 365 Flicks.
Hey, Vega!
Hello, Vega.
I do have to say they were making fun of our outlines on the latest episode of 365, saying
Yeah.
that we write a book for our outline. You can go fuck yourself, you vicar.
Yeah, but even when
Do you even know what a vicar is?
you know,
It's a
Vicar,
vicar.
No.
can you spell it?
Victerkz.
Vicar.
Yeah, that's what I was saying.
Hello, Vega. Even when they were making fun of us with their accents, it sounded like they were complimenting us, didn't
they're
it?
really nice.
It
They're
is.
in Canada.
That's what you gotta love. You gotta love that.
Is that all about?
All right, so Kevin at 365 Flicks from across the pond in Scotlandia. He's Scotlandish.
I think he's Jamaican, but good.
Yes, or yeah, he says, now I'm younger than all you old cunts. Hey, that's the British C word.
Not our version.
British C word, not American C word. British C word.
C-word.
Queen C word. That's right, the Queen C word. And ain't as well versed. He used the word ain't. He's getting Americanized
Yes, he is.
listening to our show.
Yes.
Ain't as well versed on this as y'all.
Y'all, he's really.
Hey, wait a minute.
Did
you go-
I think
Mississippi?
he's making fun of us.
He's Southern pride now.
Anyways,
I do declare.
he says my 5 is, and they're not numbered, but here's his 5: Triple H,
Boo.
Shane O'Mac,
Boo.
Jeff Hardy,
Boo.
Chris Benoit,
Yay.
He's good when he's not murdering people.
and obviously Dwayne The Rock Johnson.
I have no issue with that. There's
You know what I notice? What's missing off of his is no British Bulldogs.
Oh, I love the British Bulldogs. British Bulldogs.
They must have felt that they didn't represent Britain well enough.
Well, it said wrestlers. It didn't say tag team.
But Eight Pants and
top
I
five
did
tag
tag teams
teams.
last
Really?
But that didn't sound right.
Most,
Well,
of
wait a
my,
minute.
most of my choices were tag teams.
Yeah.
So
All right, there you go. From Dev. 5, you, 4, no, 3, it's 2, fake, 1, right?
5. You fucking cunt. That didn't do the numbers.
no, you did that wrong.
And you use the American C word. I apologize to our female listeners.
No, I was doing the British version.
All 3 of you,
G'day,
female listeners.
G'day, mate.
My answer to Dev is so.
Actually, I think that's one of the best top 5 lists I've read.
I do like the top 5. Well done, Dev.
Yeah, it was fun. Nice.
But so
Okay. From Rick.
Rick.
Just Rick.
Thanks, Rick.
Thanks, Rick.
Thank you, Rick. Steve Austin.
Yeah.
Jake the Snake.
Ooh.
I remember Jake the Snake. Tajiri.
Tajiri's awesome.
The Dynamite Kid.
Japanese buzzsaw.
The Dynamite Kid.
Dynamite Kid was
I remember
great.
the Dynamite Kid.
One of the
He's in a
Bulldogs.
wheelchair now because he's done too many headbutts off the top rope onto the cement.
Ooh.
Yeah.
It's better than being in a wheelchair than killing
Dead
your
like
entire
Benoit.
family.
Yeah.
Is that the bar now?
I
That's the bar.
I-
The bar's been set low.
guess so. And
That's the only thing. If you do a headbutt off the top rope, guys, you're either going to be in a wheelchair or kill some people. Like,
all right, and Eddie Guerrero
oh, Eddie.
and Chris Benoit. Yeah, I said it. He said
Yeah.
it. I said Chris Benoit. Then we got from Kev,
Different Kev.
just Kev. Dynamite Kid. Yay.
Good job.
Arn Anderson.
There you go. Double A.
There you go. Barry Windham.
Eh.
Meh.
Savage.
Randy Savage.
Oh, Randy Savage. Oh,
Randy Savage.
Macho
Macho
Man.
Man. Randy Savage.
Snap to Slim Jim.
Oh, crap. There's a tree. I'm dead.
Ooh, yeah. You know, I like that
You know,
guy.
I think the impersonations last week were much better than this week.
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
yeah. Randy Macho Man Savage.
He didn't even watch wrestling and just buried you.
Actually, I did watch wrestling when
Oh,
Macho Man was around with Hulk Hogan and all
Keep
those
going.
Iron Sheik, etc. Okay, and Chris. Oh, he said, HBK.
Shawn Michaels. Good job.
The
Okay,
Heartbreak
Shawn Michaels. Okay, the Heartbreaker Kid.
Kid. I don't like him. He was never any fun.
I watched it with the Mouth of the South and all that kind of fun stuff.
Right,
man.
yeah, Jimmy Hart. Yeah, Hart
right.
Foundation. Yeah, they were on my list.
Did anybody have John Cena on their list?
No,
Why?
because we're older than 12.
Now I know he's kind of like the Marky Mark. When he first came on the scene, he was the Marky Mark
Yes.
of the WWE.
Now he's not.
But now he's not. But his work with the
Make-A-Wish.
Make-A-Wish Foundation.
I respect him greatly
and all
as
that
a
kind of
person.
stuff
I just
is
hate his
just not a
wrestling.
wrestler.
Character, but
Okay.
he's a hell of a good player. They just announced a pre-order at Toys R Us for a John Cena action figure, like the regular ones that kids play with the rings on.
Does it come with a kid in a wheelchair? I'm sorry. But anyways, go
A
ahead.
Dynamite Kid in the wheelchair.
Chris Benoit in the electric chair. Ooh. Sorry.
We apologize.
This
to
shit ain't
every
funny
listener.
anymore, is it? I'm sorry, wrestling fans. I have no
We
taste.
just go to Besonic Geek.
If you listen to the show,
You
you
were
know I
about
have
to
no
say
taste.
something there,
I'm
Jason.
done. I'm done. Keep going.
All right, from Captain Admiral Kirk. He says, Blake rants about Batman v Superman and The Walking Dead. Is Blake my age over 60? No, but I feel like it
He
sometimes.
does yell, "Get off my lawn" a lot.
Yeah. No, not yet. I still have a while to go, but yes, sometimes I feel that way.
Okay.
Oh, yeah, damn it, kids with these rascally music. All right. From Besotted Geek. Hey, I have a question. Besotted Geek, doesn't he have his own podcast?
He does.
With who? I think Jeff said it was with Mrs. Besotted Geek.
It is. It is.
How come he's never sent us a promo to play on our podcast?
I don't know.
The question's out there to you, Mr. and Mrs. Besotted Geek.
Yeah, besot us, please.
Over.
We want to be besotted.
Yes.
All right, so Besotted Geek says 6 degrees of Kevin Bacon to Blake. You can use Michael Stipe hitting on him. Go.
Ooh. I like it. Michael Stipe.
This goes back to my Michael Stipe story.
Stipe.
When he rubbed up against
Michael
me
Stipe.
intentionally in a bar in Athens, Georgia, when I was drunk.
Connect Michael Stipe.
I keep thinking Michael Scott every time you say Stipe.
What was
Can we
the
connect him to Andy Kaufman because he did the song "Man in the Moon" about Andy Kaufman?
what about the redhead from B-52s? She did a single.
He dated Natalie Merchant.
Okay,
Not
Natalie.
gonna help us
Anderson.
get
I don't know. I'm just trying to give you some help here. Or
It's
Jane
Kate
Pratt.
Pearson.
How about Jane
Pearson?
Pratt?
Who's Jane Pratt?
I don't know. She's been in a relationship with Michael Stipe, it says.
Yeah, but who is she?
She have hooked up with Drew Barrymore. Oh, Drew Barrymore. Okay.
Ooh,
Okay.
yeah, I
So
like
Michael
that.
Stipe to Jane Pratt to
Yes.
Drew Barrymore.
Yes.
All right, Drew Barrymore.
That's 4. What it was Drew Barrymore in? Shit. To Kevin Bacon. We
Drew
gotta do this.
Barrymore
Drew
to
Barrymore, Kevin Bacon. Have they been in anything together?
Adam Sandler to Kevin Bacon. Is there an Adam Sandler to Kevin Bacon connection?
Kevin Bacon was in that Wild Things. Can we get Drew Barrymore to Nev Campbell somehow? No.
No.
Okay.
Who else was in Wild Things?
Dr. Christmas.
Yeah. Can we get her to? No.
Yeah, what's her name?
Mrs. Charlie Sheen.
Sheen's ex.
God, how come we can't do that? Shit.
Oh, wait a minute. If we connect to Charlie Sheen, I'm connected to like thousands of Hollywood whores.
Oh. So you don't want that connection, huh?
Well, at least one of them may know Kevin Bacon.
Oh, this is a tough one. Tough one.
Kevin Bacon. Who's Mrs. Kevin Bacon?
Sedgwick.
Kira Sedgwick to Kevin Bacon.
No, we need to get Kira Sedgwick to somebody like Drew Barrymore.
Well, I got Drew Barrymore. Oh shit! So I cheated and I looked online, and we need 5 more connections to get to Kevin Bacon from Drew Barrymore.
Oh come on, it's got to be quicker than that.
Barrymore to Sandler to Burt Reynolds in The Longest Yard to Goldie Hawn in Best Friends to Sarah Jessica Parker in First Wives Club to Kevin Bacon in Footloose.
There you go.
That's a tough call. So
I'm
we're at
sure
10
there's an
degrees
easier way to get there than that, though.
I'm just telling you.
We may have to study.
Yes. That is a goal of ours.
All right, we'll have to study this and come back with a better answer.
Yes, we will get this.
Unless Basada can come up with one.
Or any listeners. Can
Or
we
listeners.
get Blake to Michael Stipe to Kevin Bacon in 6 degrees?
Well, actually, we only need 4 more.
Oh, we got
people.
it. I got it. I cheated. Barrymore to Sharon Stone and Irreconcilable Differences. Stone to Bacon and He Said, She Said.
There we go.
There we go.
6
Yay.
degrees of Kevin Bacon with Blake.
All right, so start. It goes Blake to Michael Stipe to...
Shit, I forgot her name already. Jane.
Sharon Stone?
No, Jane.
Some chick who hooked up with Michael Stipe and Drew Barrymore.
That'd be Jane Pratt.
Jane Pratt.
To Drew Barrymore. To Sharon Stone. To Kevin Bacon.
Kevin Bacon. There you go.
So it kind of feels like you made out with Sharon Stone.
Yeah.
Or Drew Barrymore.
Or
Drew
Kevin
Barrymore.
Bacon.
I know. Ooh, bacon.
You guys are Eskimo brothers.
Bacon.
I like it.
All right. Listener reviews. Chris Richardson.
Time out. Have you ever met anyone Jeff famous?
Probably.
Okay, I met Adam West. I want 6 degrees of me to Adam West to Kevin Bacon. Do it, people. Not now, but listeners.
Okay.
Try to figure it out. Okay, moving on.
Yeah, Chris Richardson
Let's wrap this sucker up.
said started Riverdale. Mm-hmm. I'll not be going any further than episode 1. It's absolutely terrible.
Way to go, Chris Richardson.
You're dead to me.
And I'm sorry you had to watch episode 1.
You're dead to me.
From Des Hassing. Mm-hmm. Spider-Man Homecoming was good. Thought the plane sequence was a little much, though. Seemed mostly like a CGI scene of a guy being blown around by a wind machine.
Does have a point. I'll give him that.
Yeah, the plane scene was a little rough.
You know, I haven't been there yet, so I can't comment. From a Pop Culture Cafe, rumor of the day: the Spider-Man clone saga may be coming to the big screen.
It's a dark time in the Marvel comics. Please don't do it. Don't do it.
All right, no clones.
No.
Yeah, clones are bad.
Clones are bad. Okay. Yeah, now that I'm back.
Oh, yeah.
From vacation.
That was
Nick is back. And Nick is back too.
Yeah, Nick, welcome back, baby. Who did you Disney cosplay as?
So
My guess is Pocahontas.
Pocahontas.
Yeah.
Nick.
Oh, Nick.
Says Jeff, baby.
Oh, baby.
How was your 4th?
Oh, maybe a 5th?
You watch any fireworks?
Oh, bang, bang, baby.
Or do you like
Exploding on contact.
long, hard things
Like
that
Roman candles.
go
Sexy. On 97.9.
4th was good. Had a picnic at my brother's. Went home before the fireworks came out. I don't like fireworks, so I didn't watch any.
My kid was coughing all day. It was wonderful.
No one asked you.
Boom.
I think Jason's needs to be rebooted. You okay over there?
What a doubt. Yeah, that's Kenny's 7 on the sax. Give it to me. 97.9.
The boom.
97.9 The Boom.
Wrap it up. We're going to have Professor Number One and Doctor Number One. Say, who got worse sloppy seconds? Speaking of boom. Was it George Clooney or Stephanie McMahon?
Stephanie McMahon got Triple H after China had him.
Ew.
Did China really have him?
Yes, they were dating.
Oh, where the hell?
Or was it a forcible thing?
And let's see, George Clooney had Stacy Keibler.
Oh, that's right. He did.
Hey, man. Stacy
Who had
Keibler.
Stacy Keibler?
I could chew on some Stacy Keibler
Yeah.
legs for a while.
Stacey Keebler isn't bad sloppy seconds.
No, not at all. Pour some barbecue
So who got worse,
sauce on
Stephanie
those
McMahon?
thighs.
I love Stephanie, though. Here's your listener feedback.
Really? You love
I
Stephanie?
do. I want to marry her.
Too bad she already got married at that
Damn it.
drive-through wedding chapel
That's
in Las
right.
Vegas.
Do you marry him? Yes, I do. Thank you, Triple H.
It's time for another installment of the News of the Geek.
Okay, there are only 13 episodes of Game of Thrones left, people. I am thrilled. I can't wait. Season 7, which launches on July 16th, with an untitled premiere still, is
Got
7...
titled, I thought.
Did it get titled?
I don't remember what it was, but it got titled. So.
Season 7 is 7 episodes long, while Season 8 will clock in at 6 episodes. HBO and co-showrunners David
Benioff.
and D.B. Sweeney
Weiss.
came to a agreement. Fewer episodes, but longer ones.
Fewer but longer.
Just like Jeff likes them. The season 7 finale will be the show's longest episode by far, clocking in at 82 minutes, according to sound designer Paula Fairfield at the Con of Thrones in Nashville. Yes, that was the first ever comic convention for Game of Thrones.
Really?
Yeah.
Ever.
Every
Go
ep-
Nashville. Go Nashville.
Every episode in season 8 might be as long as a feature-length film.
Well, a bad short feature-length film. 82 minutes. Or
Let's see here.
I think that is awesome, actually, as a Game of Thrones fan. I'm like, suck it to me, baby.
Yeah, if you're cutting out the number of episodes, but you're making them
Make
longer.
them 2 hour
If we're
movies.
still getting, they're going to be an hour and a half at most.
The average length for an episode is 55 minutes or 550 minutes per season. So 10 episodes.
Yeah.
If every episode in season 8 is 81 minutes long, the 6 episodes will equal 486 minutes.
Hey, so we're getting screwed.
Yeah!
We're getting screwed by minutes.
Did you see?
We want our minutes, man! Minutes!
Who's the Hobbit guy that writes these?
J.R.R. Tolkien?
Yeah, no,
George R.R. Martin?
Yeah, yeah.
George R.R. Tolkien?
Yeah.
This is Jason. I could have said that and we got away with it.
No, he realized.
I knew it was somebody like
Oh,
George
okay.
R. Romero or something.
Yeah.
And he's already working on another TV show. I'm like, you know what? Maybe you should finish your books first. I'm just throwing it out there.
Yeah, John
Maybe.
H.H. Hughes?
Yes. DB Sweeney wants these books finished. Come on.
DBB Sweeney?
Yes. Are you excited about longer episodes?
Yeah, I actually, when they said the last season was going to be 6 episodes, I was like, oh, fuck this bullshit. Then they said it'd be 2 hours each. I'm like, oh, okay.
I can live with that.
I can do that.
Let's see here. Reality TV idiots.
But yeah,
sorry.
yeah.
Go ahead. No,
Go ahead.
Do you got something on Game of Thrones? Go ahead.
I've complained about it before. Go ahead.
Doesn't mean you can do it.
I've complained about it before, damn it. Go ahead.
Let's
Go back
see.
and listen to our old episode.
Yeah,
if
go-
you want to hear
exactly.
complaining about it.
Let's see here. Reality TV idiots Kendall and Kylie Jenner from the family that we do not speak of on this
The
show.
name, the family name which shall not be spoken upon this podcast.
Ever. Apologize after selling pricey t-shirts featuring their faces over images of famed musical artists.
What stupidity. Go ahead, keep
Including
going.
The Doors, Pink Floyd, Ozzy Osbourne, and rappers Tupac and Notorious B.I.G. Kendall and Kylie Jenner said they had withdrawn their $125 T-shirt line.
If you're going to pay $125 for these two biatches T-shirts, you're stupid.
If you were going to pay $25
For a
these
T-shirt,
t-shirts,
you're stupid.
Let's see here. They said they actually stopped selling them a day after they went on sale.
One day after they go on sale.
Probably because they're selling T-shirts that you're using images they don't have the rights to use.
Well, here's the audacity of it, of taking these icons and putting their own fucking faces over them. So you're looking like the Notorious B.I.G., but instead of that, you got one of these two idiot chicks' faces on his face.
Notorious F.U.C.
Yeah, it's unbelievable. Who has the audacity to take these people and put their own faces over them and then put it on a T-shirt and charge you $125 other than these idiots?
People related to
These
the family
pair of
that
these
must
idiots.
not be named.
Yes. Anyways, keep going,
Quote,
Jason.
because these guys are just
Because they're such marketing geniuses.
they're very good public relations here. These designs were not well thought out,
No shit.
and we deeply apologize. Bullshit.
No, you don't.
To anyone that has been upset and or offended,
Don't
especially
sue us.
especially to the families of the artist.
Don't sue us.
The Jenner douchebag said in a statement. We are huge fans of their music,
No, you're not.
and it was not our intention to disrespect these cultural icons in any way.
Yes, it
Too
was.
late.
The move followed outrage from relatives of some of the artists and cease and desist letters from other musicians over unauthorized use of the images. No shit.
No fucking shit, you stupid pair of twats.
Girls
That's a British T word.
from Sharon Osbourne, the wife of Black Sabbath frontman.
I like
Ozzy
Sharon Osbourne, by the way.
She's feisty. I like
I'm
her.
not a
She
fan
is.
of hers, but she's completely right in this.
Yeah.
She wrote on Twitter, "Girls, you haven't earned the right to put your face with musical icons. Stick to what you know. Lip gloss."
Well, I was going to say something else that's not family appropriate.
Violetta Wallace, the mother of Notorious B.I.G., accused the sisters of
Mrs.
exploitation.
Mama
and said,
B.I.G.
Mama B.I.G.
Mama B.
And said no one had contacted the rapper's estate for permission. Lawsuit. To quote, "This is disrespectful,
Yes,
disgusting,
yes.
and exploitation at its worst."
Agree.
Wallace said in an Instagram post, "This is about
Mama
as bad as my son
B.I.G.,
getting
I'm a
killed."
fan of you now.
I will say, I
right.
think there is some exploitation that is worse than that.
Yes.
I don't think that's exploitation at its worst.
Song of the South.
I think I can find some exploitation at its worst,
Song of the South.
but it still
Pocahontas,
is disrespectful and disgusting.
Mel Gibson. I'm sorry, I thought we were just listing top 5 exploitations that we've done. Ooh, that's a good top 5.
No,
No. Let's see here. So yeah, if you want your shirts, sorry, they sold out real quick.
This is just a definition of
Idiots.
what did I say? Self-centered, lack of
Oh yeah.
any what's the word I'm looking
Empathy.
for? Empathy,
Care.
self-centered, self-centered
Just
bullshit.
Just not knowing what's going on. in the
numb
world.
to reality. Yes,
Yeah.
numb to reality.
Yeah, your reality is not where everyone else
They're
is at.
selling $125 T-shirts. Their reality is gone.
You know what? Instead of buying a $125 T-shirt with stupid bitches' faces on it, you could buy a $12 T-shirt with the History of Bad Ideas logo on it.
Not a history podcast.
That's right.
We do have a couple of things here.
And all our money doesn't go to our pockets like these two bitches' pockets. It actually goes to charity.
Disabled American veterans. So hit us up on Twitter or Facebook page. Quick couple quickies. Bleeding Coal. I put this in here because this is going to be a great idea. From Bleeding Coal. 20th Century Fox, because they've never had a bad idea, has Seth Graham-Smith working on a new treatment for another Fantastic Four movie, as Fox must keep producing movies for Fantastic Four or they will lose the rights.
Let them go.
Fox is looking to make a kid-friendly movie that's similar to The Incredibles, to be told through the eyes of the children of Mr. Fantastic and Invisible Woman.
So we'll have Franklin Richards' movie now?
Yes, please stop. We don't need this anymore. Just stop it.
Speaking of quickie bad ideas, should we put a disclaimer before we start the Kendall and Kylie news story so we don't get sued?
No, we're fine.
We put that at the beginning of the episode.
Also, here we go. According to the hashtag show, they have some information on the Venom spin-off, a Venom movie, the spin-off from Spider-Man Homecoming.
Yay.
The movie will feature Anne Wying, who was a successful lawyer and Eddie Brock's ex-wife in the comics, and she ended up bonding with the Venom symbiote. And when she was shot by the Sin Eater, she became She-Venom in the comic books.
So we're getting a She-Venom movie now?
She's going to be in the Venom movie.
Oh.
We got Carnage, She-Venom, Venom. Why not? Keep it going.
Well, is She-Venom going to be in, or just the character who becomes She-Venom?
Who knows?
Oh,
I don't
okay.
really have much faith in it.
Will
So.
Cyndi Lauper's song "She Bop" be on the soundtrack?
She bop, he bop, a we bop, I bop, you bop, a they bop.
And last
they
thing,
bop.
Stranger Things 2 comes out October 27th
Yes.
on Netflix.
Looks interesting.
I'm excited about it. So there is your news of the geek.
Hobie listeners, everybody knows that Hobie will be at the Cincinnati Comic Expo September 22nd through the 24th in Cincinnati, Ohio. Get your tickets at CincinnatiComicExpo.com. But what you don't know is there's tickets, only a handful left, for the Geek Prom on September 23rd. That's Saturday night. So a big event. You may have heard us talking about it on a couple episodes. Basically, it's a Harry Potter themed night. You get there, it's a dance, but you also get selected to what house would you be in. Jeff, are you going to be in the Slytherin house?
No, I'm a Ravensclaw through and through.
I feel like I would be a Slytherin.
You would definitely be a Slytherin.
Thank you. But anyways, you can get your tickets at CincinnatiComicExpo.com and go to the Geek Prom. You do not want to be left out of this. And there will be games, prizes, beer, dancing, and music. So get your tickets now.
Do you ever wonder when Spider-Man goes to the bathroom if the toilet paper sticks to his fingers?
Do you ever wonder why Superman wears his underwear outside of his pants?
My name is Imran.
My name is Anthony.
He's the Jock.
And he's the nerd.
And we're your hosts for the Jock and Nerd podcast, where we sometimes try to attempt to answer these questions.
This is a full spoiler podcast, and we swear a lot.
Check it out for awesome geek news, interviews, and comic book reviews. Visit jockandnerd.com. We are your superhero TV, movies, and comic book culture curators.
Boom.
Jockandnerd.com. Jock and Nerd.
It's time for Box Office Bombs.
All right, we really don't have any bombs this week because it was a successful week at the box office.
We got Transformers.
Oh, God, we're going to talk about Transformers.
No, we don't
again?
have to. Fuck that movie. They said the profit margins are very much in doubt. We'll go with that.
Yes, the movie sucks. No one wants to see it. Move on. But this week at the box office, number one, Spider-Man: Homecoming made $117 million in its opening weekend on a budget of $175 million.
I like it.
Number
Second biggest Spider-Man open.
behind.
The original Spider-Man.
Oh, really? Mm-hmm. The original Spider-Man opened bigger than Spider-Man 2, huh?
Yep.
Despicable Me 3 made $34 million, a total of $149 on a $90 million budget.
Okay.
Baby Driver made another $13 million, a total of $57 million on a $34 million budget.
Edgar Wright said that he has a sequel in mind.
Oh. Always got to do sequels, don't we? Wonder Woman made $10 million, a total of $369 million on a $149 million budget.
Beat Deadpool now. It's over Deadpool.
Ooh, just domestically?
Yes.
And Transformers: The Last Crap made another $6 million, total of $119 million on a $217 million budget.
Maybe.
I still love the $119 million is all it's paid domestically. That's awesome.
And so definitely it's the last crap.
No, they're still going. They got 19 spin-offs planned.
Yeah, but not if it bombed this much, did it?
They still might.
Bumblebee's already in production.
Well, anyways, I know Despicable Me 3 did very well. My parents saw that with my nephew and niece. And
Did they like it?
They loved it.
Did they?
Yeah, my dad was like, and if my dad likes it, it's got to be good.
Okay.
Wow, because it looks bad, to be honest.
Well, but then again, my dad likes the Pink Panther movies, Peter Sellers. So. And so do I.
Well, Peter Sellers movies, yes. The Steve Martin Pink
Not
Panther
the Steve
movies.
Martin.
Hamburger!
Steve Martin should not ever be allowed to make a remake because he hasn't made a good one yet.
Hamburger! Dirty Round Scoundrels.
That wasn't a remake.
Yes, it was.
Oklahoma, 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 Oklahoma.
I'll get it for you. Keep going.
You
know,
for me.
we were this past weekend, my one nephew, who's like 2 years old, somehow had his hands on a butter knife and he stuck himself in the eye.
Oh!
No damage though, just enough to like startle him. So I said, well, we better take the wine cork and stick it on there. And I was the only one who thought it was funny, and nobody got my reference.
We would have.
Until I put the fork, until I actually took my fork and stuck it on a wine cork and went and stuck it in my eye, and still nobody thought of it. Everybody looked at me like, "What's your fucking problem?" I'm like, "All right, nobody's a dirty rotten scoundrel fan here."
They just aren't cultured.
No, they're not.
Oh, upcoming on July 16th of 2017. Is that right? July 16th?
Yeah, isn't it? Oh,
that-
what is today? Today's July 11th.
July 16th is a Sunday.
Okay, so 12th, 13th, 14th. July 14th.
Ish, July 16th.
We really need to get the new intern after we fired that one from last
Tell me
week.
about it.
There's something called a calendar.
We got War for the Planet of the Apes.
War. What's it good for?
Absolutely nothing.
Hoo-ah!
And we have Wish Upon.
What?
It's the horror movie. They wish they get to have a wish, and then it affects something.
They wish they were a little bit taller.
I wish I was a baller. I wish I had a girl. I would call her. Wish I had a rabbit
in a hat
and a
with bat
6'4"
and a 6'4" Impala.
Let's see here.
I have that song on my iTunes.
Dirty Rotten Scoundrels, an '88 American comedy film, is a remake of the Shapiro and Henning script for the 1964 Marlon Brando film Bedtime Story.
Well,
Boo-yah!
I did not know that. It was superior to any Brando thing.
The only
Brando's
reason I know that is
overrated.
it was on a Jeopardy question.
I
didn't know
missed
that
it on a
offhand.
Jeopardy question. So
I was like, really? That's a remake? I never knew that. So there you go.
Bedtime Story.
Yeah.
So isn't that an Adam Sandler movie?
Oh, God. Please never mention that again.
Oh, buy sell this week. Let's go with Tom Holland.
Bye.
Yeah, he's on his way up.
I'm buying.
That kid is going to do some good.
I like.
And he's got other Spider-Man and Avengers movies he may be in. So
Can we just call him Dutch?
sure.
Dutch. I like him.
Yeah, buy some
And,
Dutch.
Buy sell Michael Keaton.
Yeah. I'm buying.
I'd be buying Michael Keaton.
You know, he's having a great career renaissance
Yeah,
lately,
he's
isn't he?
having a good. I don't want to sound mean or anything, but a good third act here
He
in
is.
his career.
He
so.
is having a good third act.
I'm excited for him to play Falcon in the next Captain America film. I'm just thinking he's doing birds.
Birds after
Everything
Birdman,
birds. Yeah.
then
Batman,
Yeah, he's-
Vulture.
exactly.
bats aren't birds. I'll let you know that.
No, but winged creatures.
Oh, okay.
True.
He's gonna be an awesome gargoyle.
Oh, I think he's playing the Penguin in the next Batman.
Yeah, I'm the Penguin. I'm Josh Gad.
See, now, you know, when he started out, he was a bull market on Keaton. And then he had a recession.
Yeah.
And now he's bull marketing
Mr.
again.
Mom did not get the love that it should have.
Mr. Mom did get love though.
It did.
That was a good one.
Martin Mull's in it. Can I shave that mustache off for you? Got the chainsaw.
Okay, now the movie's not as good since Jason described it.
All right, so basically, he's saying it's going to now Keaton's now due for a recession again.
Yeah, since Jason ruined
The
it.
Jason indicator.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
But no, I think he's going to be more picky with roles, but I think he'll just do good roles.
Talking about me or Michael Keaton?
Michael Keaton.
Oh, because I'm not picky in my impressions. I'll do anything.
No,
No, yeah.
we know that.
No. All right, so then let's get on to our top 5. All right, that music is top 5 until we get something else to play.
Hello.
This week from Paul, our top 5 list is things you don't understand other people's fascination with.
Thank you, Paul. Does Paul have a handle, or he's just Paul?
This is P.
The
Diddy.
Dit Man?
The Dit Man.
Oh, well, then why didn't you put in there from the Dit Man?
Cause the interns got fired this week.
Paul.
The Dit Man.
So the Dit Man's,
The Dit Man.
well, you
Boom.
other people seem to love, and you can't figure out why.
Nope.
Yeah.
Blake, why don't you go since you were back this week? Guess who's back?
In honor of the Dead Man on the Morning Show. Actually, this isn't the morning show. This is DJs. I don't understand the fascination with DJs and how they've attained rock star status when all they do is get up on stage like DJ Khaled. You know, I don't understand what the fascination is of going to a club or whatever because of the DJ or the DJ. This is a guy that just plays other people's music. He just knows how to match up beats together.
So
Apparently that's an art.
And apparently it's an art, but apparently
they're the
I don't
Jenners
understand.
of music. They steal other people's ideas.
They are the Jenners
and
of
put
music.
Their name on
exactly. They don't do music creation. They just play a bunch of songs together. And these guys are, you know, like Miami Beach. You go around the world and go to some of these major venues and these shows. These shows are actually just, you know, rock, you know, it's just DJs.
They wear their fucking helmet
It's like, you know, they're getting paid millions of dollars just to spin tunes, man.
We're going
I don't
to sound really
understand.
old on this top 5.
Oh, yeah.
I don't understand why they take those youngins spin those records.
So your number 5 is DJs.
Yeah, I don't understand. Oh, I don't understand the fascination. Give me a band. Give me somebody that can feed off the crowd and the music and play an actual instrument with some kind of
like Katy Perry
musical ability. No, and you know, other than some DJ who's just got, you know, trying to look cool. You know, with his one hand up over his ear,
not Facebook Live
and he's
yet,
like pumping
so
his
they don't know
fist,
what you're
pumping his fist in the air, and everybody's like, "Woo! Woo! I'm on ecstasy!" Woo! Whatever.
Leia.
Yeah.
So that's your number 5.
Yeah,
Jeff,
that's
what's
my
your
number 5.
My number 5, I can't understand how people get so wrapped up in following amateur sports.
It's like when you say podcasters. Thank God you didn't say
I.e. college sports.
that. High school?
Oh, high school's even worse. Yeah,
Okay.
you're right. But, I mean, it's like these are just...
You know, that's something I had to get used to moving to Cincinnati.
Yeah.
Listen to grown men in professional offices talk about high school football teams for hours on end. And I'm sitting there going, how old are you guys? You went
All
to
their
what
dr-
game this
Your
weekend?
dreams are in the hands of a 16-year-old.
This is high school
And when it's
football.
it's not even your own children. Yeah, it's like, well, I don't have any kids playing football, but damn.
Dude, some of those
look at
teams
them
are still
play.
playing wishbone.
But even the college, like people who just like go that goofy with their money and their time.
I don't understand why these grown men
No,
wear
it's
elder jackets to football games.
Well, you wear them to the football games.
No, you're 50 years old.
College I'm more
Stop.
okay with.
I'm not. That's what I'm saying. That's why
it is
I
funny-
don't understand it.
It is funny to
Especially when it's not a school you went to.
Okay, I'll give you that.
When-
Yeah,
when
we had
it's-
this discussion.
Yeah, this is the discussion that we had at
before
the
for the pre-show?
Yeah, how you could have like Alabama fans. I guarantee you 99% of the state of Alabama didn't even make it to college, but they're all Alabama fans.
Hey. We have
I
two
s-
listeners in Alabama since they all left us.
I think I met 2 people who actually went to the University of Kentucky who are UK fans. Every other UK fan I met probably has never even sniffed the campus. And it's like, they're just so diehard. And I'm like,
I wouldn't either. It smells like manure.
and I'm like, how do you like get that wrapped up into something that and like I said, it's not even the good version. Like the pros are so much better because that's what everyone leaves your damn team for, is to be a pro.
I like college football to watch it because
I don't.
Because I like seeing the different teams play, different type of play, offense, defense. And I like watching that. NFL.
But if they
bores
were
me
good,
out.
they'd be in the NFL.
Yeah, but
That's all I'm saying.
I think there's something about, you know, Division 1, 2, or 3.
Yeah, but it's
Watching
people
those-
learning how to play is what you're watching.
Yeah, you're watching those pure amateur athletes
That's what the Olympics is for.
play. Well, not anymore. You have professionals in the Olympics, but you know, pure amateurs. You know, playing,
because-
giving their heart out for something they're not really getting paid real money for.
Well, mine's a little bit different at number 5.
All right. Well, you go for
Okay,
your number
what is your
5.
number 5?
Amazon Echo in-home voice things. I don't get it.
I don't get it
fucking
either.
them. They're always. I don't care if they say they're
The
not always
Alexa,
on. They are
All
on.
that
Oh,
stuff.
they're always on.
Yeah.
I don't like it. I don't care.
They're eavesdropping on you.
Why do I need
bored.
Why do I need a refrigerator to email me shit? I have no idea.
Because if you're at the store and you forget your list,
why
you
do
can
you
now
have to
look
have,
inside your
why do you have
refrigerator.
to have a refrigerator with a see-through door? This should be on my list, but it's not. Seriously, the technology things they're coming out with, they're trying to create a need for it, obviously, because that's the purpose of marketing. But I look at a lot of that stuff like Alexa, like you're talking about, and half the time when you ask them stuff, they get it wrong. The answers are wrong all the time.
Yeah, they are pretty bad. Hopefully,
Like
they
Siri
get better.
sucks, man.
But I mean, I don't understand what you're asking. How do you not understand?
Siri does help you learn where to bury a body. She will look up swamps
There
for
you
you.
go. That's nice
if you ask her.
to know.
But I will say the one thing I
Siri.
like about the
Echo?
your Echo is every day they have, or every weekday they have a Jeopardy game where you can play. It'll ask you 6 questions, and so I do that every day.
Oh, you do have one, don't you? I forgot about that.
It was free for winning a trivia tournament.
I have no. I don't get it. I don't understand it. I don't know why. I don't need more technology in my house. Hell, I want to move to Montana. I want to get away from technology.
It might be
with
nice
NL.
that you can hook it up and you can just voice activate certain things in your house. Like if you got like a thermostat, you can say.
But then you gotta buy the thermostat that hooks up with the Alexa.
Oh, that's pretty much any modern thermostat
I know, I'm
will
done
hook up. Like anything that you can do on your phone, you can now just do it voice
I don't want
activated.
apps on my phone like for that shit. I don't want to be able to turn my lights on. I don't care for my
I
phone.
do. It'd be nice to say, Alexa, turn the lights down.
Just stick to the clapper.
Not the STD.
But I mean, not the
Well, the problem is you're watching a game and you're like, yay! And then the TV goes off and you're, whoa, what happened?
Well, if you go, yay, what does Alexa do?
Nothing. Unless you go, Alexa, yay!
She plays the Pogues, yeah.
Probably.
There you go.
My number 4. Oh my god, this could be lumped into a couple of things.
Yeah.
What the fuck is La La LaRue leggings and all that shit that everybody fucking
It's
sells?
clothing, so I really don't know.
Oh my god, on our subdivision Facebook page, everybody's fucking selling it. I don't know what it is. I don't think they are attractive. I don't understand.
It's the Tupperware of 2017.
Yeah, it's
Pretty
like
much.
tights.
Yeah.
It's
Even my
what do you call them,
wife is
yoga
like, what the
pants
fuck
or
is
Yeah.
this? Yoga pants. Don't get me started on that shit.
Well,
when
that's
did yoga
pretty much what La La LaRue is.
But they're
isn't it?
designs.
Yeah, they're designed yoga pants. That's
When
With
did
patterns.
my wife? We were at the Children's Museum in Indianapolis a couple weeks ago, and my wife and I both looked at yoga pants. It doesn't matter who it's on, and we both said, "When did this become acceptable to wear these outside? Stop it! Just stop! I don't care if you look good in them or not. Just stop it! Fucking
So now, is it specifically the pants you don't like, or do you not like this whole marketing of?
Okay, I'll go into it. I'll tie it with fucking pyramid scams. I don't understand it.
It is a pyramid
It
scheme.
is.
It's multi-level marketing.
The Sensi, all that shit.
Yeah.
Okay, you're not making a profit. Stop
no.
it.
This is better than like most pyramid scams where you don't. I mean, you actually make money when you sell stuff. It's more like Amazon or not Amazon, Avon or Tupperware.
I'm having a Sensi party at my house. Come over. Fuck you, no.
What's a Sensi?
I don't know, it's like candles. Don't even get me started. I'm having a LaRue leggings party. Fuck you, no. Nobody wants to come over.
I know somebody who like sells like fingernail stuff. or
Yeah, that's
something.
Jam
the Mary Kay.
Jamberry, yeah.
Mary Kay. Mary Kay Cosmetics.
That's pretty much
Son
what
of
it
a
is, but-
bitch. I don't want to fucking come to
I
your
mean-
party.
But well, yeah, because they're selling things to women. I mean,
even
is there a men's thing that does this?
My wife has
No.
'Cause
made,
it's almost all.
they do
women.
actually have one for grilling. Grilling. Like meat and that you can have.
food.
Yeah.
Oh,
You can buy
Grill meats.
overpriced steaks. And
Omaha Steaks.
yeah, there you go.
But my wife has made the rule that if any of her friends, not that she has many friends that do this and do this, but if anybody she knows offers, hey, you want to do a party? She's like, I don't do that. I don't want to annoy my friends. We don't do it. Stop it. Stop it.
But what about the pure romance though?
No, not really, because I don't want the person knowing what I'm buying.
You're
What are you going to do with that lube?
Oh, come on. We already know all the toys you used to have.
What are you doing with that shocker hand?
Don't worry about it.
I shock you
Go bowling.
with that deviant behavior.
Shock me, shock me, shock me. What's your number 4, Jeff?
What do you need a dog leash for?
My number 4 are ear
$1,500.
gauges.
What is it?
Ear gauges.
The fuck's an ear gauge?
Those big, ugly hoops that people put in their ears.
Oh my God! The worst part
1997
is,
called,
oh
okay.
my God,
They're
no
still
ear
popular?
gauges.
Oh
no.
my God, they're more popular now than they've ever been.
You ever seen people that
People
are
that have
working
big, huge
that
fucking holes in their ear?
people that
don't
work
see those?
I-
customer
now, but not-
service, and they have to take the ear gauges out, and they got these big dangling glow.
It's even
oh
worse
my
without
God!
the gauge, to be honest.
It's horrible.
No,
I mean,
I mean-
keep it small. Keep it small.
yeah.
Okay. When you start getting big,
Yeah.
you're looking at reconstructive
Honestly, some of
earlobe
them,
surgery.
Some of them get me physically ill when I look at them. And,
Yeah. Big flobby thing of flesh is hanging down. Blah, 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 blah,
Yeah.
blah.
And like, when I'm watching some television shows, like what's the Face Off or something, and you see somebody, it's like, I can't cheer for you. You got a fucking ear gauge.
Movie? I don't remember Nicolas Cage wearing ear gauges.
You have an ear
don't
gauge
have that?
bigger than the size of my thumb, so the circumference of my thumb. Therefore,
You got an ear
no.
gauge bigger than the size of an earring, then it's too big.
Pinky.
Is that what you
Pinky,
do all your
okay?
measurements with? Is the size of your thumb?
Oh baby.
I'm 18 thumbs.
I love the story of the guy who
One
walks
way.
up to behind people who have ear gauges and puts padlocks on them and runs away. It's like they don't have a key.
That's all.
I mean, if you want to be different, but keep it so
Well,
that
it's not
you're
different anymore. It's too many people
keep it so
are
that
doing it.
keep it so that you're employable still in the
Yeah.
professional world. Well, unless that's not your gag.
I shouldn't get
gig.
that neck tattoo.
Yeah, keep the neck tattoos though.
Unless you're going to be
off.
catching for the St. Louis Cardinals, you shouldn't get that neck tattoo.
I don't want to be in jail.
Or unless you're an annoying DJ gets paid millions of dollars to fucking hit play button on a goddamn CD player.
All right,
What's your
Joey
number-
Votto's
MP3
up in
player.
a tie ball game. Ooh.
or on your iTunes list.
What's your number 4, Blake?
All right, my number 4 is I don't understand what people's fascinations with like Grand Theft. Well, I kind of understand it, but I can't play games like Grand Theft Auto
Okay, I can see that.
struck
or
out.
or any of those ultra violent video games things. I mean, I can't do that without feeling some sense of guilt or wrong by doing these
That
horrible
prostitute
things.
had a family, damn it.
You know.
Your moral compass is pointing in the right direction, my friend.
So, well, thank you. Maybe
When you play Star Wars, like those games on the video games, do you always go to the light side then, not the dark side?
yeah.
I do, not on purpose.
I
Like
know.
I was like, oh, I want to be evil, and then you're like, I can't kill a poor villager.
Well,
What
it's
the-
like, oh, that guy's getting beaten up by a Sith. Well, fuck you. I don't want you beating up. I hate bullies. Come here. Boom. Damn it. Why did you make me be a good guy?
Yeah, I don't like video games like that, especially when kids can play them. I mean, I don't believe in government censorship, but I believe in parental censorship.
Oh, 100%.
You know, parents really ought to take care because a lot of times these kids are getting their moral compasses from the games like this, and I think there may not be a direct correlation between this kind of stuff, but I think that there has to be some kind of influence on the acceptance of violent behavior
It
and
all plays into the bigger
and I
person
think
of who you become.
yeah, exactly. I think it plays into the realm of making you a bystander more to these incidents rather than interjecting yourself and putting a stop to bad things.
Yeah.
It makes you more of a spectator for bad deeds because you're playing them on a video game or you're watching your buddy play them on a video game or all that kind of stuff. And
Your empathy falls.
yeah, it does. I can't. I just can't do it. Even when I play the stealth games and everything else, I like what I've talked about before. You know, like playing Thief. You know, unless they're a really known bad guy, I'll whack them. But other than that, if they're guards, I'll knock them out because I feel good. Because that guard's got to feed his family, man.
It's just a general contractor.
He's just a general contractor. He doesn't deserve to die.
What's your number 3?
My number 3. All right. My number 3 is sushi. I hate pretentious, obnoxious people that are sushi fans because the whole origin of sushi is because Japanese, people were too poor to afford to burn fuel to cook the food. So that's why they're eating this stuff raw originally and came up with these ways to eat it raw. It still tastes like shit. But you got rice around it, and I can't stand people that go out. We're going to a sushi place, and I like this roll. I like that. I'm like, dude, that stuff sucks.
I can tolerate some of it, but I can agree with you because I don't go out for sushi.
No.
If it's available, yeah, I'll take
If
a
you're
sample.
starving and can't cook your food, yeah, you might as well try it. Get some uncooked rice and roll it up.
If only the potato famine had sushi over there.
Yeah.
They could have learned.
Well, I kind of agree with you. I don't get sushi. I don't understand.
I enjoy it, but I don't like. I couldn't tell you the last
Yeah.
time I had it. Maybe 2-3 years ago.
And even the sushi that I do eat, it's like California roll, which has no fish. Hello. Or it's cooked shrimp.
Yeah.
Like, well, that defeats the whole purpose of sushi.
Jeff, what's your number 3?
Where did my number 3 go? Tyler Perry's Medea.
Oh, God.
That's a good one.
I don't understand how people like that. And honestly, that's just representative of pretty much any cross-dressing for humor.
Yes.
Because it's never funny.
Correct.
It goes back to that Marilyn Monroe, Something Like a Hot movie.
Yeah.
I am fathomed that the AFI put that as its number 1 comedy of all time.
Really?
Yeah.
Yes.
I can think of a hell of a lot better
I
than
can
that.
think of 4,000 that are better. But
Boat Trip on there.
no, not really.
No,
Boat
that's
Trip.
stereotypical too.
But yeah, it's just cross-dressing. Oh, look, the guy's wearing a dress and he's awkward. Ha 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 ha. Is not funny.
No.
Even Monty Python, after a while, gets, boring when they're doing that stuff.
Yeah.
Back in the old skits.
I didn't put any TV shows on here, like sitcoms and that. I always give you guys shit with Arrested Development, Game of Thrones, even though it's not a comedy, because I always feel like that stuff is subjective, and you really like. Yeah, I can see why people think it's popular. Why people like it. I felt like I try to stay away from all that today. So just give you an idea.
But but my number 3, specifically Tyler Perry's Medea, because, like you said, we saw Diary of a Mad Black Woman, the first Tyler Perry movie out. We had no clue who Tyler Perry was or the character of Medea when we saw the movie. We watched it and we said, that was an okay movie if you got rid of that Medea character.
If you got rid of Medea.
And then all of a sudden, boom, everybody's talking about Medea. And I'm like, but that was the worst part of the movie.
But she saved Halloween.
Boo.
Yeah.
Okay, Jay, you're number 3.
Jeeps. Hard top, soft top. People take their tops down. I don't fucking get it.
Talking about the vehicle.
The vehicle, yeah. I don't fucking get it. I don't get it. Great if you do it, enjoy it. I'm sorry, Mark Bogner of the Tangent Bound Network. Please don't kick us off, please. We're on Tangent Bound Network.
You're not talking about like Jeep Cherokees or
No,
Grand
no,
Cherokee.
no,
You're
I'm
talking
talking
about
Jeep Wranglers.
Jeep Wranglers.
I'm taking my top off. It's summer and I'm going topless. I got a Jeep.
I think
don't
he's talking
fucking
about
care.
my sister.
Yeah, but I like your sister.
Yeah, but
and she's not annoying with it, really.
She can get annoying with it.
Well, I'm not around her enough for dinner. But I can't stand when I see it on Facebook. Oh, I took my top off. It's fun. I don't fucking care.
Yeah. Well, yeah,
Now,
but-
if you could actually off road and do like California sand dunes with that stuff, I agree.
Most people that see it now.
And
Hey, you drive from home to work in Ohio. I mean,
I've ridden in Jeeps. They're fucking annoying. You can't talk to the person next to you because it's fucking loud as shit.
Yeah, I'm honestly going to lump in, what do you call it? Any convertible with that, to be honest.
I'll give you that. Or people with convertibles that keep their windows up.
Well, that's why you can talk to the people.
and that
when
way
the
you
windows
can
are up.
listen to the radio.
But do you do that?
Yeah.
Oh, Blake.
I have the windows up in my convertible when I
Oh,
drive,
Blake.
so I can listen to the radio.
Oh, fucker.
But most of the time, I don't even listen to the radio. I just listen to the wind in the engine. I like it because
I'll
it's
put it
stick
this way.
shift.
In my opinion, cars. I don't even understand how people get into cars.
I
wanted to
almost
go-
had that as my list.
Now, hold on.
I wanted to get me from point A to point B. I don't give a shit about make, model, or anything as long as,
I like cars.
as long as it
I
can
know
get
you do.
me-
Yeah.
You're the only one here.
I'm the only one
Because
here.
one of our buddies has
Yeah.
mentioned to Jeff, well, you're single. You should just get like a sports car or something. Why?
Why? It will do me no better than my paid off POS that I'm driving now. It gets me from point A to point B, and honestly, it's holding up a lot better than I thought it would.
I buy Hondas because I want them to run into the ground. I will drive it for 15 years. I have no issue with that, unless somebody becomes pregnant. Anyways,
and makes you get a minivan.
shut up.
Yeah.
My number 2, I've mentioned this many, many times. All the single ladies. I don't fucking
Beyonce?
get Beyonce. I don't fucking get
Or
it.
Jay-Z.
Yeah, I don't get it.
Oh my God. My brother-in-law on vacation and my stepdaughters, they're they were playing 444, and I swear to God, every JG song sounded like he was just out of breath, yelling in short spurts.
He doesn't look healthy all the time, so
And
he
then,
might
and then,
be.
and it's like, and there's like some woman in the back going, and I'm like,
You sure you
why
want
do
to listen to
people
Enya?
think this is the? How did this go platinum in week 1? This is like DJ Khaled or something. I don't understand.
It went platinum because people bought it without hearing it.
Why?
I had a Facebook.
And then every song had to get Beyonce's approval. This is the girl that goes, I'll sing it.
Let me get you. All the single ladies, put a ring on it.
Put a
You're
ring
allowed
on
to
it.
meet you, put a ring on it. Oh, yeah.
Girls.
Who rule the world? Girls.
Girls.
Who rule the world? Girls. Girls.
I know we're definitely
Three
showing our age.
middle-aged white men singing Beyonce.
We're showing our
I had a
yeah,
Facebook
age.
friend who apparently was into Jay-Z, and it's like, I wanted to get it and, listen to it and give it a chance, but it is sounding terrible.
I don't understand.
And I'm like,
has gotten progressively worse.
Well, it sounds like other Jay-Z stuff because I don't get Jay-Z, and to be honest, I don't get most rap. So
I don't get
that's
Beyonce.
me. But
What's your number 2, Jeff?
oh, we're on my number 2. My number 2, I do not get Jeff Dunham. I don't understand how
That goes
anyone.
back to comedy subjective, but you know what? I'll give you that one. I'll
But
give you
that's
that one.
not subjective. He's not funny.
Which guy's Jeff
And he's
Dunham?
The guy with the stupid puppets.
And he's
Oh.
very
And he's a
racist.
he's a terrible
Oh,
ventriloquist.
he's one of the best-selling
Oh,
comics
yeah.
on CD.
But
he's
he's,
one of the-
he's racist, right? He's stereotypical racist.
He has stereotypical
Allegedly.
puppet. He's got
Yeah.
his terrorist.
Ahmed.
Yeah. And la 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 la.
Yeah, I don't get it. I don't get it.
Those are the same people that voted for Supreme Overlord Trump.
Probably,
Down the hall.
but
But you got a point.
he's not funny, and he's a terrible ventriloquist.
He's not good at
I mean, like
ventriloquism.
the
He's
one
not good.
thing.
They
the
don't
one thing a
even- his lips
ventriloquist needs
move.
to do is not move his lips.
That's
That's it.
his lips move.
Why have puppets if you're just going to talk along with them?
I agree.
I don't get it. I really don't get it.
That's like lazy ventriloquism.
Exactly. And at least write a funny joke if you're doing it.
It's the lazy ventriloquist.
There's far too
Fuck it,
many people
my
out
mouth's
there.
gonna move anyways, but put the camera on the puppet.
You know what would be put the camera on the. You know what would be better? He just puts his hand over his mouth. You can't see. I'm talking.
You might as well put the puppet in front of your face.
So Jeff Dunham, we just gave you 4 different better ways to do your act.
Go ahead and do what Edgar Bergen did and just do it on the radio.
Or just take your hand and go,
So my number 2 is Jeff Dunham.
On a side note, I was doing taco flavored kisses impression at dinner last night because we had tacos.
Tacos.
And my wife looked at me, she goes, "You are an idiot." And I was like, "Jennifer, you're a bitch."
No, you want to start talking about tacos. You need to watch Chopped whenever Aaron Sanchez is on and he talks about his tacos. And it's like, I don't want to be like stereotypical or whatnot, but really, Aaron, do you have to say tacos every time you talk about tacos?
Tacos.
Oh man, your taco isn't spicy enough. I'm like, God, quit being stereotypical. There's a reason that people are stereotyping because you're being stereotypical.
Blake, what's your number 2?
My number 2, I'll tell you what, I almost hobied my number 1 to be a tie between these two.
Uh-oh.
But instead I broke them out between number 1 and number 2.
Okay.
So my number 2 is WWE over the age of 12. If you're over the age of 12, why are you still watching wrestling and being a big fan of this kind of stuff? I mean, isn't
Why do
it
you watch Game of Thrones?
kind of funny?
It's entertaining. Shut up.
But he doesn't get it. That's what he's saying.
I don't get it.
His
No,
list.
I understand. I listened to your episode last week. I thought it was a good episode. It wasn't my bag, but you know what? Yeah, you guys like it and you have a passion for it, and I understand. But I quit watching wrestling when I realized it was fake, and I was 12 years old. And I was like, well, but then I was, but that's okay. I mean, I still play D&D and stuff, so I got my nerd side too. So there you go.
I'm not talking to you anymore.
It's his list.
It's my
It's
list.
a wrong list.
Yeah, but my number 1 you're going to agree completely with.
Probably.
People who watch golf on TV. If you're in a sports bar and that golf is on the goddamn TV in the sports bar, change the motherfucking channel. What is more boring than watching fucking golf on the
Bowling?
goddamn TV?
Bowling?
No, I like bowling.
Oh, okay.
But I don't do golf though.
No, I despise golf, and that should have been on my list. I would put golf on my list because I don't get golf.
What about Dorf?
Maybe I should change mine.
Dorf by golf?
I'll put a tie at number 1, golf, in all its forms.
I
don't get golf.
If it became Happy Gilmore-ish, I probably would watch it a little bit more. But no, it's boring. If you're playing it, I understand.
No, I don't even understand that.
I don't even.
As Mark Twain said, it's
if
a
you're
good
drinking
walk
beer,
ruined.
that's right. If you're drinking beer and chasing a white ball, and it's nice. Landscape.
You know what's better than that?
It's nice landscape, sitting
Drinking
in a bar,
beer
drinking a
and
beer,
not chasing a white ball.
I understand. But why is there golf on TV? Why do people watch this and then go, "Oh yeah, no, I watched that the Masters tournament. That was great." I'm like, get a fucking life, asshole.
You know what's worse? Fishing. Watching fishing on television.
Sport fishing.
Yes.
You know what? They even tried to make it exciting, like when putt-putt's on, like miniature golf. But then it sucks because they all hit hold-em-ones. And like somebody gets a 2 and they lose. I'm like, what the fuck is that?
Hey, at least they're putting a ball through a moving windmill,
Like a
fan.
clown's
I mean,
face.
I agree
That's
with
because
that.
they
That's
weren't doing-
talent.
They weren't doing hillbilly golf.
That's true.
No, I'll tell you.
I failed that one miserably.
Hey, man, you got the little loop-de-loop, lamp to get your ball through there. You know, it takes skill to get that ball up and around the first time around. I'd watch that on TV more than I would some asshole putting at the Masters.
He's making way too much money to hit a
Exactly.
ball around. Jeff, what's your number 1? The ball's not even moving. Come on.
My number 1 is non-competition reality television.
Okay.
Like any of these, like, the family which shall not be named, how the fuck they have a show.
Honey Boo Boo?
Yeah, and when you're just following someone around as they live their daily life, I'm like, why the fuck do I want to watch somebody else's miserable life?
On a side note, we did just get picked up by the FX channel for a reality show about Hobie.
All right.
They're going to follow us around next week.
I didn't sign on to that one. But
The controversy we can dig up for that. I hope fucking Jason on this episode doesn't talk about fucking wrestling, or I'm just gonna have a fucking fit. And then they
about Beatles.
Then they tell you. Then they tell you you have to talk about wrestling and react, and you have to talk about Beatles. Oh fuck that shit.
Well, good. I'll talk about Teen Mom, because why the fuck is anyone watching this shit?
I used to watch that show a lot.
You're wrong.
That's called Schadenfreude.
How can you watch
enjoying
that
other
shit?
people's misery
Like
and
my
the
wife has
challenges
said many,
of
many
making
times,
mistakes.
honey, you are so smart and you watch so much shit. I don't get why you do this.
Exactly. So she agrees with me.
Oh, she agrees, yeah.
I don't get it. I don't understand what is appealing about watching someone else's miserable life.
Well, they all became too celebrity worried, so I stopped
That makes
watching.
it even worse.
Well, supposedly teen pregnancies went down
It
after
did go
that
down,
show
yeah.
started on MTV.
That's
so.
because apparently the stupid people who would get pregnant are now just watching stupid things on television instead of
Because they
having
realized,
sex.
oh, having kids is not easy.
Yeah, really.
Oh,
Sorry.
if I become a teen mom, then people are going to associate me with Farrah Abraham.
Oh.
She had a promising career in porn.
No, it wasn't even a promising career in porn.
It's a one and done. She was a one and what do you call one and done porn stars?
Not porn stars.
Virgins. Okay, my number 1.
Yeah.
Jeff's gonna hate me
speaking
on
of TV though, I'm surprised, Jason, you haven't talked about how the two shopping networks have combined
What?
into one channel.
QVC and HSN?
I sent you the newspaper article
How did I
at
miss
USA Today Business.
Oh, yeah, he sent the link. I saw that.
I
Yeah.
missed it.
QVC
Yes.
and HSN are combining because people are shopping online too much that they can't have two
Yeah.
competing networks now.
But I love that channel.
Exactly.
Those
That's
channels.
yeah.
I asked my wife last night.
You haven't bought enough
Yeah.
off the channel. That's the problem.
Yeah, you don't. He doesn't
watch
buy
it.
I don't
But you
buy
don't
anything
buy
off the
it.
channel. I told my wife there was something online last night and on the QVC, and you could do 4 easy flex payments of $3.99. How can you not?
$4?
I think it was actually $8. 4 payments of $8. I'm like, oh no. I've seen as low as 3 payments of $5 for a $15 item.
But shipping and handling fees were $30.
Yes, that's not flex pay. Sorry. My number 1, Jeff's going to hate me. Bacon. I don't get it. I don't fucking get the whole appeal of bacon. It's good. But you know what? I don't fucking get it. I don't get the whole people.
But
Bacon.
Bacon.
It's good, but I don't
Bacon.
understand people. I need chocolate covered bacon. I need bacon wrapped in this. I need bacon.
Hey, chocolate-covered bacon actually turned out to be good.
Chocolate covered bacon. Yeah.
I don't do it regularly, but I tried it.
I don't get it. I don't get people's.
It was two
fascination with
pleasures mixed together that shouldn't have been mixed together, but they were still pleasurable, and it made me feel
My
guilty.
third favorite food wrapped up in my first favorite food.
bacon.
Yeah.
Bacon wrapped bacon.
But I don't get it.
Didn't you ever make the bacon bowls?
No. I'm sorry.
Bowls
I
made
don't,
out of bacon.
Yeah,
I don't
I've seen
get
that.
the
I like
appeal.
that.
It's bacon.
Or
yeah,
the
it's okay.
turkey,
I like sausage
Thanksgiving
better.
turkey covered in
Well,
quilted bacon.
My problem with bacon is when people overcook it.
Oh, I
yeah.
like crispy bacon.
I hate crispy bacon.
Oh, I
My-
like crispy.
My kids and my
that
wife
tastes
love
burnt.
crispy bacon. I'm the only one that doesn't like crispy bacon.
Okay, I'll agree with you. I don't like.
You guys like your bacon limp?
Yes,
I do.
That's the correct term, by the way.
That's fine
Limp.
with me. I'm going to be offended by calling my bacon limp.
You're offended by hard bacon? Does hard bacon frighten you?
I have an
Doesn't
honorable.
scare me. It just doesn't taste as good.
Just gotta
when
be
you
careful.
overcook it. If you hold it out and it's straight,
So limp bacon is
that-
safe,
that-
hard bacon is dangerous.
exactly.
I don't even know. I had an honorable mention. Horse racing. I fucking cannot stand when the 3 championships are going on. What is that
Yeah,
called? Triple Crown?
Preakness, Triple
Every
Crown.
fucking
and
asshole
Derby.
is a master at horse racing. Those 6 weeks or whatever.
Oh, the people who are experts are idiots, but you don't hate horse racing. We used to play a horse racing game all
I
the
like the
time.
horse racing video game.
Yeah.
I fucking hate horse racing. I hate the people. I hate the fucking hats. I don't care about your fucking derby
Oh,
hats.
derby hats, I don't understand those.
I
Hor-
don't-
horse racing is a sport for the 1%.
Yeah, and then I hate everyone.
And they
else
do it
around
because they
Triple
can,
Crown.
because they got a lot of fuck you money.
and it's not really a sport.
I got
It's just
5
to waste it on.
I get coworkers that are like, I can't wait to watch the seeding of the horses for the Kentucky Derby. Why? What the fuck
Why?
do you know?
Exactly.
You watch it.
Those are coworkers of yours that are from Kentucky, aren't they?
Not all. Not
Oh,
all.
really?
No.
The ones that are, I can figure the people.
No, not all.
Okay.
Well, my mother's from Kentucky, and she knows nothing about horse racing, but for some reason, like, she feels like a connection to the Kentucky Derby because it's a Kentucky tradition.
I fucking can't stand
For
when
rich
they're like-
people.
those 6 weeks, they're like, we know everything about horse racing, and then they never talk about it again until the next May. Well, then fuck you. You don't know everything about it. You just fucking looked online. Shut the fuck up.
You just look at the number and the colors associated with it.
fuck horse racing.
When I pick what
fucking
horse I want to bet
Mid-July.
on, I pick what has the best name,
Yeah,
I do
exactly.
which is why I never win.
fucking
Well, I don't actually.
Who cares about breeding and stuff? Just give me
Honestly,
the number and the color.
That's another thing. I
and the
should throw
name.
an honorable mention. Gambling.
I have no problem. with people.
I like the
don't-
thrill of
no,
craps.
I don't get it.
I like the thrill. It's just a thrill.
There is no thrill.
Yeah, there is.
No,
Why waiting for the dice to roll and show up? What do you
Losing-
get?
Losing money is a bigger
It is a
turn
bitch.
off than winning money is
I agree.
a thrill.
I limit my craps to $5 chip tables because
no.
I look at the money on the table, and go
shit.
what I could spend that money on to something else. That's why
my
I only do it a couple
casino
times a year.
spending to $5.
That's why I do it a couple times a year.
I'll go to the casino and say I've got $20 to lose. I'm there 2 minutes and I'm gone.
You play play the penny slots next time. Maybe be there
slot
for
machine,
4
what is
minutes.
more boring than a slot machine? Oh my god!
Watching the
Terry.
people playing slot machines.
Okay, that's more boring. You're right, but
Tara Reid.
no, I don't get gambling. I mean, apparently, a lot of people are into it because it's
Yeah.
a multi-billion-dollar industry.
a lot of suckers.
but
But
I
I
just-
like playing craps though at a table. If you're at a fun table with craps and you got the money that you're committed to losing,
if you told me I could go into the casino with $20 and I will walk out with $40 or nothing, I'd say I'll take my $20 and go home.
yeah, but you're paying for your entertainment though. It's like paying for an entertainment venue.
Yeah, I'd rather go to the movies.
Well, you go to the movies with a chance to win $100 rather than walk out losing 20. But
I'm going to walk out.
that's
losing
perspective.
20. I'm going to
Yeah,
walk out
exactly.
losing 20.
I
and
understand.
the thrill of winning. I don't get. Well, it's not going to happen. So there's no thrill there. By the end of the night, I'm not going to be up
The
on
local
money.
casino is giving away a car every Friday and Saturday night for the next 6 weeks.
Yeah,
you
and
go.
what are the chances of me winning it?
1 in 6.
Unfortunately, it's a.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Unfortunately, it's a Fiat.
Actually, your odds of winning is 50-50. You either win or you don't.
Yeah, that's true. That's like the chance of raining is 50-50. Either it will rain or it won't.
Yeah.
Well, we got some listener picks.
All right.
From Dev, he had Disney World, Disneyland, Starbucks, Harambe, hey, and fidget spinner.
I
Fidget
could pretty
spinners,
much agree with him on all of those.
Yeah. Oh, I forgot my.
Starbucks is the
By
thing
the
I'm-
way,
Oh.
my honorable musicals. I fucking hate musicals.
I don't mind musicals at all.
I can't stand fucking musicals. Oklahoma, all that kind of bullshit.
Oklahoma's awful.
I can't. Because you know why? Because I like stage acting, but I can't imagine somebody in stage and talking and then suddenly going into song.
No, see,
I hate that shit.
I don't hate musicals because they're musicals. There are some good ones. There are some bad ones.
I did like Man from La Mancha.
I
Any
have not
musical
seen that one.
named
Yeah,
after
it's
a
all right.
state or a city is not good.
Yeah, it's going to be stupid.
Chicago was a good one.
No, it's not.
It was.
No.
I liked Chicago.
No.
Let's see here. Fidget
Hey, well,
spinners
if you
are-
like chicks and fishnet stockings,
Yeah.
but the music you can do without. You just
No,
daydream.
actually-
You just daydream and look at the lyrics.
No, actually, I watched.
Gere.
I watched.
Yeah.
I watched
You turn
the
the
movie
music off.
Chicago, and I have seen the movie it's based on, Roxy Hart.
Mm-hmm.
The original movie storyline not that good. The musical actually made the story that much better. Good music.
Yeah.
Can be good.
Or the opposite way. Capote's
Oh, it
Breakfast
could
at
be.
Tiffany's. Blake Edwards' Breakfast at Tiffany's musical.
Yeah, that might be.
Nothing like the short story, except name and circumstance. But yeah, you're like, but this is horrible. But anyways, yeah, go ahead. Sorry,
Steve
more
Martin
listener
in that
feedback.
one too? Did he remake it?
Yeah. Daddy Waffle.
Or the Deep Blue Something song, Breakfast at Tiffany's.
Yeah.
Daddy Waffle.
Yeah.
He had the NBA.
I agree.
Bacon Obsessions. Good man. The Dab.
Yeah. Dab on that.
Them kids and their musics. It's all noise.
He meant DJs.
Why kids got to go across my lawn? Get off my lawn.
That's right.
From Paul.
So I think he's saying me sound like old men.
We do.
complaining.
From the Dip Man. I could put together a top 100 on this one. 8 fraternities. Good call. 7 the
I agree with
NBA. Can you tell me how it makes sense a 30-year-old dude that's 7'2" is playing a sport where all the game court dimensions are the same as those played by a 6-year-old?
6-year-olds don't shoot into 10-foot baskets.
Hashtag the net should be 13 foot tall. 6 dabbing. I feel like you're just making fun of people with a disability. Don't be a jerk. Being a Democrat. Hashtag political podcast down the hall. It's free. It's for me party. Living in the city versus suburbs. Hashtag oxygen is cooler than the streetcar. 3A, Star Trek. 3B, Star Wars. Fuck you. 2, the Beatles. First NKOTB ever. New Kids on the Block. 1, smoking pot. Don't understand the fascination. Don't people realize you reek like cat's litter box that hasn't been changed for 5 months when you smoke it?
I agree with most of those.
I have no problem if people smoke pot, but
No, but I don't like it when you smoke it and then walk around me. I was leaving the bar the other last night, walking out of the bar, and I'm like, "Oh, there's a skunk," and my brother's like, "No, it isn't." I'm like, "Yeah, I know."
Doug.
Glaucoma.
Ape Hands had one. Royalty. He doesn't understand royalty.
English, well, any royalty at all.
Aquaman hate.
I don't understand Aquaman hate either. You people suck. Doug knows where it's at right now.
Why Joe West is umpiring the All-Star game.
What's wrong with Country Joe West?
How Jurassic World made 600. Shut up. 600, man. Fuck you. Jurassic World was amazing.
Didn't it make over 1 billion worldwide?
Yes.
Yeah.
Pete Rose apologist. Ooh.
Yeah.
Pete Rose could be up there.
Yeah, I don't understand people's love of him.
Besotted Geek. I'm saying this under protest. Brigger's impressions.
Oh.
I do declare you are a cunt. The Korean C word.
British C word. British C word.
Speaking of that, Tombstone over Wyatt Earp. Hey. What the fuck?
Oh, we got in the big Twitter war over that already. You know what?
So drunk.
I'll explain it to you. Tombstone is a good movie. Wyatt Earp wasn't.
Thank you. We win. 3, tiny houses. Don't make fun of Blake's future.
That's my future. Help me.
2, Grease 2.
Oh, now he
Grease
hit below the
lightning.
Bell.
Ooh, Grease lightning.
No, Grease 2.
Grease lightning.
Grease
2.
Lightning 2.
Grease lightning 2. Grease lightning 2.
Number 1, Riverdale.
Except for that Grease 2 comment, I can agree with most of
Chris
that.
Richardson at 365 says steampunk. I just don't get it.
I like
can see that.
It kind of looks cool. Gen Con coming up next month. There's the people that dress up like steampunks. I admit it looks cool, but I wouldn't wear it.
I honestly wouldn't have a problem getting into it. I just won't pay the money it takes to make the costumes
That's right.
and whatnot. I mean, that stuff gets expensive.
I'll just wear the goggles.
Goggles are cool.
Yeah.
I should start wearing goggles all the time.
No.
I'm going to buy a pair of goggles. Like, if you find some cheap goggles at Gen Con, pick me up some.
You know, thank goodness. Here's something I didn't understand. The Fez fetish at Gen Con. 1 year, for some reason, fezzes were the thing.
It's a
and all
Doctor
these
Who
people were
thing.
buying these damn fezzes, and they all look fucking stupid.
Doctor Who wore a fez, so everybody else had to
Really?
wear fezzes.
Oh,
yeah.
I don't get Doctor Who.
Who?
What?
Yeah.
Who?
That is our episode.
That's it?
Bad idea. Bad idea of the week. Medea. Number 412.
Really? Medea's our bad idea?
Do you got a better one?
No.
Okay, 412. Medea. Oh, no, wait. We actually have somebody from Cotton.
I'm about to say, I thought we had a listener.
We did have a
flip
listener.
the page.
If you have a bad idea this week, any week, just let us know. Click a number and tell us what it is. From Cotton. We love Cotton. Bad idea number 267. Not ever playing Earthbound on the Super Nintendo. For shame, Hobie. Best story role-playing game ever. I will take your word for it. I've never played it.
I haven't
I've never played
either,
it.
because I never played the Super NES.
The only thing I played on Super NES was Super Techno Bowl.
Ooh. So, Roger says, goodbye.
Goodbye.
Walking Dead to Talking Heads, from comic books to TV sets. There's a history of not so bad. There's the history. It's the history of bad, so bad. The history of bad, it's bad. The history of bad ideas. Podcast.
You were listening to Hobie.